WATCHALONG. It's the Champions League. It is the second leg. It is FC Bayern Munich against Paris Saint-Germain. Enjoy alongside my very good friend and, of course, scoreline host.
Wonderful to be back, Ian. People were saying last week was the first time they'd heard me yell, "There's plenty more yelling to come." Cannot wait for this game. Who knows who's going to win? It's a coin flip. But rather than flip a coin, I thought maybe we could consult a fortune cookie.
I think we should.
I don't just have these in my bag.
Yeah.
We had Chinese food at the network yesterday, and I thought, why not? We'll consult the fortune
Let's
cookie
have a look at
live
the
on air.
fortune.
So let's see what does the fortune cookie tell us? Who is going to win this game? It says Bayern Munich. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it says you will be soon recognised for your unique talents.
Harry Kane, he's talking about.
He's talking about Harry Kane. It's got to be Bayern Munich.
Clearly.
The fortune cookie has spoken.
Speaking of unique talents, let's get to our lineups, obviously, for today's game. Massive game, Paris Saint-Germain against Bayern Munich. We start with Bayern Munich. Adam, anything interesting catch you out there? Just the one change?
Well, just the one change. Alphonso Davies drops down to the bench. It's Lima who comes in at full-back for him. They've gone with the same, and I think that's going to be what Vincent Kompany tries to do tactically in this game, win the midfield battle and keep it like they did last week and just maybe get the win in the end.
Switch over to Paris Saint-Germain. They're leading by 5-4, remember. 5-4, 9 goals in the first leg. We're looking for another 9 goals from this Paris Saint-Germain side. Not many changes, but that right full-back position.
One change here, and this one was enforced. Ashraf Hakimi has got a hamstring injury, so he's out of the side. And then a bit of a change tactically from Luis Enrique. Warren Zaire-Emery moves to right back, and then it is Fabian Ruiz who comes into the side. He's playing in midfield.
I've got a comment coming in already on the YouTube. It says, no, 67543. What are his bets? Buckets! Get in here! What's the bets, Buckets? Give it to me. We know you were phenomenal last time in the first leg, but there was 9 goals. How'd you miss there? Now you're under a bit of pressure. What you got?
I'm going for under. I'm just kidding. There's no way we're betting under in this segment. Are you kidding? It's going to be 9 goals again. Bet everything goal related. Bet on your favorite goal scorer. Bet on over 4.5 goals. But my 3 official bets are Bayern Munich to qualify at -115. No bias there by any means. Let's get the job done, boys.
Put that away.
Second bet, both teams to score, not in the game, because that's -500. Both teams to score in the first half at +160. It hit last week. We're just going to run it back. And then third and final bet, a little love for our PSG supporters. Kavica Kvaratskhelia to score or assist is +130. Are you kidding me? I hope he doesn't do it, but he's done it 8 Champions League games in a row. We got to bet on him to continue to perform for this PSG squad. Give me a 4-2 correct score victory. Bayern Munich here, boys.
Adam Hunt, do you know if anything different
about
Buckets?
Buckets has won so much money last week, he can afford a new haircut.
Yeah.
He looks like Johnny Bravo, doesn't he?
Johnny Bravo with a little hair swoop along right there. Teams are coming out onto the pitch. Buckets, I'm coming right back to you real quickly because I want you to tell me the answer to this question. You made 20 predictions in wagers in the first leg. Do you know how many of the 20 of those wagers actually hit?
His bank balance does.
My bank balance does off the top of my head. I do not. Ian, do you want to tell me?
You hit an incredible 15 out of 20 from the first leg between, of course, Bayern Munich in Paris. 9 goals, so many different goal scorers. I mean, it was kind of hard to go wrong, really, with this.
Well, he can't call himself a betting expert and keep getting it wrong, can he?
Buckets, we're moments away from kickoff. I've got one more to throw at you before we do get to kickoff. Harry Kane, they're all out there. The anthem's going right now. The Champions League, the best and the Meister. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the comments. Jump in the comments. If you got anything for Buckets, get into the comments for us. We're also going to do a giveaway in just a moment in time. But Buckets, I've got one for you.
All right, let's hear it.
Bayern Munich to win by 2 or more goals, currently sitting at +140. What do you think?
I think, Yabba Dabba Doo, baby. We're going to be hearing that song all game long. I love it, IPJ. They're going to win by at least 2, and I wouldn't be shocked if they won by 3. I'll just throw it out there.
He's Johnny Bravo and Shaggy all rolled into one. We've got about 30 seconds left. Vincent Kompany's just walked out in a wonderful-looking, almost leather jacket that he's got there.
Bomber jacket.
Ready for the game. Bomber jacket. What's your prediction? We've got to get our predictions.
Yeah, listen, I think that Bayern Munich win by 2 or more goals in this game. I actually think there's going to be 6 goals in this game, and I think that Bayern Munich score 4 of them. They may be more than 6 goals. We might see PSG score 3 and it be 4-3. But I do think that Bayern score a minimum of 4 goals in this game. Let us know in the comments what you think the scoreline prediction will be. We are moments away from kickoff. The referee's shaking hands. They're bringing the captains in. How do you see the game playing out?
I actually think it's going to be a lot more tight. I do think we'll get goals, but I'm going to say, and I agree that Bayern are going to go through. I think Bayern 2-1.
All right, we got a prediction again for all of our viewers. Last time, we actually brought out a beautiful gift from our wonderful friends at FC Bayern in the United States of America. They gave us a Alphonso Davies jersey signed to give away. And unfortunately, I couldn't be bothered giving it away. I think I just wanted to keep it for the second leg so I can entice you in for more comments. This time, I'm going to make a prediction here that someone's going to win the jersey, Adam. And that someone is going to have to do what to win this jersey?
So we're going to go with the last goal scorer, including penalties. So if we go all the way to a penalty shootout, whoever scores that winning penalty wins this jersey.
Yeah.
So it is the last goal scorer at any point during the game, in the 90 minutes, extra time, or penalties.
Yeah.
Get your guesses in.
Get your guesses in. You can change your guesses. You can add multiple guesses. You cannot put every single player out there. Of course, I see the comments coming in right now from someone called Teja3752. Please shut up and stop saying PSG. I'm fed up of it already. Might block you in a minute if you keep that nonsense up.
Ahmed last week guessed about 50 different scorelines.
But that's why I didn't give it away. Well, he got it right in the end because he predicted every single scoreline up to 10-9 in that game. But at the same time, Ali Ahmed, he got binned because I didn't want to look at all his nonsense going out. Lineups are going up. Kickoff's about to go up. Last goal scorer in the predictions. Drop it in the comments. Who you think the last goal scorer will be. It doesn't have to be someone from regular play. This game could go to extra time. This game could go, as Adam just pointed out right there, could go to a penalty kick shootout as well. It could be Manuel Neuer. It could be Neuer who scores.
And I've got to say as well, this game obviously decides who goes through to the final. We've put a poll up, you can see at the bottom there. Who did Saka mean when he said yesterday? It was a really interesting comment, wasn't it? In the post-match interview, after Arsenal took their place in the final, he said, you know deep down who we'd want to face in the final. Who was he talking about? Was he talking about PSG or Bayern? Answers in the comments, please, on YouTube.
Drop us in the comments and let us know. PSG still coming in from many people out there. Harry Kane's already coming in from the one who just kept on saying PSG the whole time, so at least you do have something else to say. Kickoff is underway!
Come on, boys, let's go.
Let's have it. Bayern Munich, I will say this, Adam Hunt, they're actually representing the new Bayern Munich jersey in today's game. It's the first time it's been seen, if I'm not mistaken. They look very nice. It is, of course, red, as you would expect. Harry Kane just gave the ball away. What else would you expect from the Englishman's first touch right there? PSG on the attack, down the right-hand side. By the way, Harry Kane, what a season, Adam.
What a season. I mean, he's got to be in the conversation to win the Ballon d'Or. He scored so many goals in every competition that he's played in. A massive year as well with the World Cup coming up in about a month or so's time. I would have him up there as in a great chance of winning the Ballon d'Or, and I would love to see him in a Champions League final.
A reminder to everybody what Adam just asked there. Of course, Saka yesterday after the semi-final victory, second leg obviously making it to the final, he was obviously asked about which team he would prefer to face. He said a very... I would say it's an unusual answer, right? As if we were all supposed to know what that answer was.
Who do you think he meant?
I think he meant Bayern Munich because he wanted to play against Harry Kane and obviously PSG are European champions. People forget that. PSG are European champions. So I think he wants to face off against Bayern Munich more than he would want to face off
I thought
PSG.
He meant PSG because they're defending champions and you want to beat the best.
Neuer's had a touch here. Pass back to Neuer, controlled with the knee, pumped forward. All of a sudden, Bayern Munich are on the attack. But high pressure from PSG winning the ball in that midfield area. Bayern can't get into the PSG half so far. But listen, who has the best offensive line would probably be a question I'm going to throw into the comments right there. Because last week was phenomenal, right? I mean, both of these teams were celebrated for that performance. What happened in that game was truly remarkable. But actually, watching PSG score 5 goals against Neuer, who did not make a single save in that game, it was frightening. And I actually thought that Bayern Munich scoring 4 goals was unbelievable. So which actual forward three is your preferred forward three? Who has the best forward three?
Again, I would lean towards Bayern. Elise, Kane. I just think those two players, Lucho Diaz as well, who scored in that last leg, they've just been so good this season. And to score 4 goals at the Parc des Princes as they did, it was so impressive. And I think if I was, really forced to choose between PSG's attacking line and Bayern's attacking line, I'd probably slightly lean towards the Germans.
Kvaratskhelia breaking forward on the left-hand side. He's in behind Upamecano. He's looking for a little cutback.
Here's
Top of
a
the
chance.
box. Osman! Osman Dembele makes it 6-4 to Paris Saint-Germain on aggregate. It is 1-0. Paris Saint-Germain 3 minutes into the game, and I'm going to mark my words that this will not be the only goal we see in the game. The flares are out. Kvaratskhelia with an assist or a goal in this game was one of the bets, if I'm not mistaken, from our very own John Bucketsheimer.
I mean,
Wow.
we should have a flare in the studio. It's going crazy.
Wow.
2 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock. Wonderful work from Kvara. That's all down to him.
Great cutback as well. The cutback, Dembele completely unmarked. Nothing Pavlovic can do, obviously, in that midfield area. Stanisic also. Kvara lifts up the head, got composure. Let's get to the comments. PSG will score 5 goals again today. Marking day! Jump in the comments, everybody. Get your name out here on our Golazo network and, of course, on YouTube as well. We want to hear from you. We want to see you. We want to hear exactly what you've got to say because the comments are flying in right now. Whoa! I thought someone had just scored. LX6000. Bro screamed way too much. LX6000, disappear, mate. Got no time for you. So watch along. What do you want me to say? Should we bring him up?
We're getting the buckets emojis in the chat, so we've got to bring in buckets, haven't we? Is he celebrating? He's done it!
Oh, hold on, buckets. We got to
going
pause.
on?
Referee's pausing. Goals given. Buckets, let's go.
Yeah, all right. So obviously I'm a bit upset about that, but I'm not upset about cashing Kavica Kvaratskhelia to score or assist plus 130. You're kidding me. For a guy who's that good against a Bayern Munich defense who's that bad, 3-minute cash to start off the show, and that's pretty good for our both teams to score in the first half.
Buckets, don't you also need a lot of goals in this game? You've got over a certain amount of goals, so you wanted something scoring early.
It's fantastic from the betting standpoint. From the sad little Bavarian fan in me, it's not quite as great. But hey.
Buckets, I'm going to put you on the pressure right now. What are Bayern Munich to advance at this moment right now? Live betting. And that's what I want to add. I want to put you under pressure because I still favour Bayern Munich to score 4 goals. As I predicted before the game, Bayern would win by 2 or more goals. I think they'll score 4 goals. I think PSG were inevitably going to score. So I don't think this will scare Bayern Munich. They've conceded the first goal. I think this will rattle Bayern Munich to action. But by the way, Manuel Neuer, over 1 leg and 5 minutes, has still not made a save, and he's conceded 6.
Yeah, that's not great. But Bayern Munich to advance now, Ian, we're looking at plus 175. That's not a bad number if you think that they can overcome this deficit. Like you and I both agree, they're probably going to do no problem here. Knock on wood, knock on something.
And let's not forget, Ian, the last leg, they were heavily down and they came back into the game. So Bayern, you know, this is fine. We're early stages. What are we? We're barely even 5 minutes on the clock. Yeah. We're fine.
Bayern Munich on the attack right now. Elise in midfield, giving up possession of the ball. PSG winning it back quickly. That high pressure. Excellent work, by the way.
Look at this comment,
Such a great job. Go ahead.
This guy can come again. Adam Feinstein. My favourite 3 are Ian Joy, Adam Hunt and Buckets.
Yeah, keep those comments coming.
Yeah.
You got a chance of winning a jersey. Did I remember?
I'll just give it to him now. Give it to him now. Our biggest fan.
Here's the jersey. Drop in the comments who's going to be the last goal scorer. If anyone said Dembele before now, you've already won the jersey. If he is the last
Ian, literally before the goal went in, I was going to ask you the question, how important is the first goal in this game? If it goes the way of PSG, would it change your mind as to who's going to win it?
No.
And you're saying no?
Oh, Bayern Munich. I said Bayern Munich going to score 4 goals in this game. I don't think it matters. I honestly think Bayern Munich still score 4 goals in this game. I think Bayern Munich will play their game, and I think PSG will play their game. It's about who has the best offense. Bayern Munich at home, completely different animal than what they are away from home. Obviously disappointed with what happened in the away leg. They were still celebrated. 5-4 is a crazy game. Jumping back into the chats here, Adam. This guy says here, isn't that guy used to manage Real Madrid? Is he talking about you?
Yeah, exactly. Last week I was getting that I was Xabi Alonso and Thomas Muller's love child. So maybe that's what he's referring to. But I'm not. I'm Adam Hunt, at Adam Hunt Sport on X. And yeah, just... I'm my own man. Cheeky
little plug right there. Adam Hunt Sport on X, by the way. I'm going to throw it in there. Great start to the game. Paris Saint-Germain 1-0 up. We are 7 minutes into the matchup. 6-4 on aggregate. Sofanov has taken about an hour to take the goal kick. Let us know in the comments how you think this game is going to play out. Of course, keep them coming.
Skate K7W. He can't spell, but he's unequivocal in his viewpoint. Bayern will come back. I think he means Bayern.
Well, Bayern. It depends how you say it in German. You've been in Germany. Have you been to that stadium before?
I have. Wonderful stadium. The atmosphere is unbelievable. When you walk to it, because it's kind of, you've been there too, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, outside the city. You walk up to it, it looks like something from space. It looks like a giant spaceship glowing on the horizon. And as you get closer and closer, the noise, the buzz, it is one of the best stadiums to watch a big game in world football. Last time PSG were there, they won, didn't they?
Well, PSG obviously don't have a great record, though. Elise on the right-hand side gets taken out early here.
Nasty.
Smashing challenge. Was that Mendes? Minge picks up a yellow card for the challenge. Elise, little touch just ahead of the play. Mendes picks up the the yellow card early on in this game. Vincent Kompany looking like he's on the catwalk with that bomber jacket, by the way. He looks phenomenal.
He looks raging, though. He was not happy at all about that challenge.
I wouldn't be happy about the challenge with that either. Although if it was me who made the challenge, I'd probably be a cheeky little happy about it. There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Well, we're seeing the challenge again. There's a few replays coming through here. He did catch him on the first go, but he also slipped a bit. I don't think he necessarily meant that to be as heavy as it was.
We've got Adam Feinstein jumping in and saying, Adam Hunt, you are very handsome.
Go on, give him the shirt.
Mate, is your family jumping in here? What's going on here, mate? Hey, they were hammering you last week. Now all of a sudden there's a lot of love. It is a free kick for Bayern Munich. Joshua Kimmich on the ball. Remember last time out, Upamecano scored from a similar position. Olise takes it short. He's going to have a pot from distance if you don't close him down. Crosses overhead. Sofanov sees it goes over the top of the crossbar. Bayern will score in the 20-minute. Trust. Israel Okleti. Bayern to score within 20 minutes. I think that's what he's saying. We're watching a replay of the goal. The football from Paris Saint-Germain to get in behind Upamecano was phenomenal. It was great football. And once Kvicha got in behind, he had so much time. No one picked up Dembele in the back post. Great finish. No chance for Neuer. I don't think he saves that one.
I think Dembele will obviously get headlines for the finish, but Kvara, what a player. I mean, the guy is unreal. Just every single time it comes to these pressurised moments, big games, as we saw in the Champions League last season, again and again and again, he delivers. He's a big game player, isn't he? Saves his best for these kind of games.
The last goal scorer is Adam Hunt. That is from LX6000. I'm going to stop with all these nonsense comments for Adam Hunt, by the way. Any love for me? That would be great. Elise is crying, says dictator, Mbappe leader. Okay, Elise got an opportunity to step it up.
This is a good one.
Ryan Zisma Santos. I don't even know if I've pronounced that correctly, but let's jump into your comment. Ian, as a defender, how would you defend any of these forwards on both teams? What I would do, probably go to church before kickoff. I would pray to the love of gods, in the soccer gods, that I had any chance of being able to make contact on the ball, let alone stop any of these players play. I'm going to put it out there. We have got some world-class defenders out there that cannot stop this type of action. Olise, obviously, Lucho Diaz, they go where they want. Kvaratskhelia on one side, Dembele, if he's playing through the middle, or on the other side, Doué. You can almost not stop them. You can almost hope that they don't have a good game. Bayern on the attack, top of the box, into Harry Kane. Good defending by Pacho. Your thoughts on that?
I didn't think you were going to go down the praying route. I thought you were going to go down, well, just foul them route. just route one, take him out.
Listen, I say the prayers just as much as I do every single time I go to scoreline with you, not knowing what your performance is going to be. At least I hope that's the case.
Look at Buckets, his wife is getting in the comment. This Buckets guy is pretty handsome too. She's got hold of his phone. I don't think he's married yet, is he?
He's not married yet, but he's soon to be engaged. Oh, sorry. Should Kvicha Kvaratskhelia replace Rodrigo at Real Madrid? Answer the question.
Imagine if we got Buckets engaged on this watch-along.
It's very possible that Buckets could get engaged in a watch-along. I've seen that guy do some crazy stuff. That's a great question coming in right there. Kvaratskhelia replacing Rodrigo at Real Madrid. Let me ask you this, Adam Hunt. Why would Kvicha leave Paris Saint-Germain to go to Real Madrid?
No, absolutely no chance.
I'm taking the stony off me.
Ridiculous statement. Why would he leave Paris Saint-Germain, where he's loved, he's playing, he's succeeding, he's winning the biggest competitions in world football, he's winning the league as well. Here's an opportunity. Kane's got it in the box with the shot, but it was blocked. Why would he leave? He's happy.
I mean, he is the missing piece of the puzzle for Paris Saint-Germain, right? What he decided to do was leave Napoli after winning a championship. Scudetto, obviously competing in European football. Then you get the opportunity mid-season.
Never going to win the Champions League.
You never got the opportunity of being able to say a real goodbye in Naples as well, by the way, for Kvara. He did an excellent job at Napoli. People forget the job that he did do there. Obviously, winning a championship is quite remarkable. But what he did do at Paris Saint-Germain is he changed the dynamic. You all remember the social media clip where we had Luis Enrique trying to communicate with Kylian Mbappe, just trying to discuss, get through into the mindset of Kylian Mbappe, asking him if you can do the job that I'm asking you to do. The problem is he couldn't. Right? He didn't want to do that job. We've seen the same thing at Real Madrid. Xabi Alonso fired probably because of Kylian Mbappe and the attitude sometimes. So I think that what Kvicha's done is he's got character more than anything.
Mbappe as well thought he was taking the easy route. He thought he was going to go to Real Madrid and win the Champions League, when actually in the end, Kvara made the right call. He went to the side who won the Champions League last season.
M3 Baller 13 and says, I need a Harry Kane goal or assist. Do I have any chance here? Mate, you have a chance if you're saying Harry Kane to win last goal scorer, to win this jersey, by the way, because if Kane scores the last last goal. This jersey could be yours. Harry Kane, let's discuss England coming up, because Harry Kane's obviously been phenomenal for Bayern Munich. He's got an opportunity of competing in the national team and actually winning that gold.
Nick Carr wants to win this shirt. Nick Carr 7387. He says, I think Jamal Musiala will be the last goal scorer.
Olise in behind. Olise in behind. Cuts it back. Blocked by Mendes.
Corner.
Good defending. Finish your point, Adam.
Well, I was just going to read out the comment we got there. Nick Carr 7387. He says, I think Jamal Musiala will be the last goal scorer. Get them in.
That's pretty good.
And if you select, as we said, if you have just joined us, if you select the right last goal scorer in the game, whether it be in the 90 minutes, in extra time, or if we go to penalties, the final person to strike the ball and hit the back of the net, you win this shirt. An Alphonso Davies signed Bayern Munich shirt that Ian so kindly brought in last week.
Let's land on that as well. By the way, thanks to Bayern Munich Americas for providing this jersey. Absolutely outstanding. I also have a scarf from Bayern Munich Americas, which I'll give away to the same winner if they do win it here. Obviously, is
I've got a broken fortune cookie if anyone wants it.
Mia San Mia family scarf right here. Bayern Munich on the attack. Olise 1v1 against Mendes on that right-hand side, looking to try and get it behind. He goes back. He plays to Joshua Kimmich. They go into midfield, switching it to the left-hand side. Ta out wide. Excellent from Stanisic getting forward. He's not necessarily Alphonso Davies in that position. Let's hang there for a minute, by the way. Alphonso Davies dropped from the 11. Agree or disagree?
It's hard to say, because he did make a mistake in the last game, and maybe that's what Vincent Kompany's leaning on. But I think you touched on it there, the attacking ability that he gives you. Maybe he's not quite as good defensively as Lima, but I think he gives you just that little bit more flair going forward. We've seen him
100%.
change games at this stage of a competition in the past. Great ball into the box, but nobody there. Far too long for Harry Kane. And I think, personally, in these kind of big games that defines whether you get to the final or not, I always think you need to lean on the players who give you something.
Olise!
Good save.
Closed down, 6-yard box, defended very well from Mendes. Finish your point.
I said it last week and I got absolutely hammered in the chat. I thought Safanov, I know he let in 4 goals, but he had a good game. That was another good save. He's a good keeper.
Yeah, he's good, yeah. All right. Nutmeg Kvaratskhelia. He just nutmegged Upamecano on the
he goes
left-hand side,
again.
breaking forward. Here we go. Paris
again.
Saint-Germain.
This is exactly...
Mendes in support. He goes 1v1. He beats Upamecano. He's into the box. He goes for a goal. It's closed down by Jonathan Tah. Great defending in the end. And it looks like it's going to be a corner kick. PSG on the counter-attack are absolutely phenomenal. Jumping back into the comments, Brian M876. Bayern wins 5-2. Buckets goes out and buys a ring. IPJ, make it happen. Can we bring in John Bucketsheimer, please? John Bucketsheimer, we have a comment coming in and says, if it's 5-2...
Get down on one knee, Buckets, now!
Can we get a yes from you, please?
Not if it's 5-2. If it's a 6-2 final, yes, but I need that extra goal. It's got to be a truly spectacular game to warrant such a truly spectacular, loving moment. Oh, Buckets, he's so romantic. What a guy. Oh.
What's the difference? 5-2 to 6-2, 1 goal difference. Why? Okay, so if it's 6-2, can we get a confirmation that you will go buy the ring?
What a crazy bet. Yes, if it is 6-2 final, I will go out and buy an engagement ring. Ian, I'll let you help me pick it out. We'll go together. I'll come up to Stanford. We'll get something nice.
This is awesome.
Listen, I don't normally give away my guests' locations where they live, but I know Buckets obviously is in a secret hideout right now, probably somewhere. I don't even want to mention the name, but I don't know. It's somewhere in Ohio. But anyway, Adam Musiala's come to the sidelines right here. Doesn't look too happy.
No.
Corner kick still to PSG. Referee saying, hey guys, any chance of you hurrying up right here? Dembele trotting over. They're winning by 6-4 right now. We're 16 minutes into the game. 16 minutes gone. It's PSG 1-0 against Bayern Munich, 6-4 in aggregate. Corner kick to PSG. What are you expecting, Adam Hunt?
Well, we said that the start of this game was crucial. I think we spoke about this on Scoreline yesterday. The first 15 or so minutes is going to dictate how we feel about the game. And arguably, obviously, they've scored the goal, but PSG have had a lot more attacking intent, don't you think?
Bayern Munich on the attack right here, and PSG gain possession of the ball on the counter-attack, and they start it again. Listen, PSG look very confident right now. We're early on in the game, and of course, we have a poll that's just jumped up here, looking for the next goal scorers. PSG with Doué on the left-hand side, looking to go past Upamecano, who's had a shocking start to this game, by the way. Very poor. Ruiz cutting it back, being very patient as well.
I know I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
Most of the time, but I wasn't wrong about that. What did Saka mean in his post-match after the Arsenal game yesterday? Was he talking about PSG? Was he talking about Bayern? 55% saying PSG.
Why?
I think they...
Why?
Because if you're a great player, one of the best players in world football, you want to test yourself against the best. Who's the best team in Europe now? PSG.
I want to win. I don't care who I play against. I want to win. I would rather play against the weakest opponent so I have a better chance of winning.
You're saying Bayern Munich are weaker?
I would say Bayern Munich, they think are weaker. I think Saka thinks it's weaker. I think Bayern Munich are a little bit more vulnerable in the wider areas where Saka can get in behind. If he's going up against PSG,
beat Bayern.
He's got to go up against Mendes, right? Nuno Mendes.
Yeah, you love saying that. They also beat Bayern this season, didn't they? I don't know if that plays into it, but they did beat them in the league.
That's my point, though. All right, Olise is having a bit of a shocker right now. We've got another poll going out on the chat right now on YouTube. Please jump in and join in. It says, who will the next goal scorer be? The options are Kane, Olise, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. Who does Adam Hunt think will be the next goal scorer?
England! I'm going to go Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, next goal scorer against Paris Saint-Germain to make it 6-5, 1-1 in the game would be an incredible achievement. Harry Kane has got 13 goals so far. For an Englishman, that's the record, right? 15 goals for Bayern Munich is the record. Sir Robert Lewandowski achieved that. Also one more player, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a legend like 20 years ago. He scored 15 goals in European competition as well. So Paris Saint-Germain obviously leading by 1-0. We're looking at Harry Kane next goal scorer. As it sits right now, minus 125, Harry Kane next goal scorer. Would you take it, Adam Hunt?
I think I would. For me, I think Kane's going to score the next goal. I've got a feeling. I've got a little feeling in the bottom of my shoes.
Is that another cracker you've got right there?
No, I'm run out. I've got to eat this one at some point.
Buckets, let's get back to you. Next goal scorer poll's already out there. Harry Kane obviously in with a shout. Adam Hunt thinks that's going to be the case. Which team gets the next goal? Which goal scorer gets the goal? And where are you leaning?
Bayern Munich get the next goal in the first half, so we're going to cash that BTTS first half ticket. I'm going with Olise, next goal scorer plus 600 or just plus 200 to score in this game at any point. I think he's going to turn it around, he's going to get it going, and he'll be fine. He'll be just fine this game, guys.
Where is Buckets? And that is from Pebble Roque. He says, Buckets! Buckets, can you explain to everybody out there who's in the YouTube comments right now where they can follow you on your social media platform and explain what you do here at the Golazo Network? Because some people are seeing you for the very first time. Most of the bettors out there probably know who you are because, of course, when you cash 15 tickets out of 20 from the first leg, people know who you are. But where can people follow you and what do you do here at Golazo Network?
You can find me in Ohio, but I'm not going to tell you any more than that. You can also find me on pretty much every social media site imaginable at Bucket John Bets. I am a betting analyst for the CBS family here. I come on shows all the time, and not quite with Ian's energy, but I'll yell at you the best way to bet a different game, and I am all over the place, Ian. You turn on your TV, watching CBS, there's a 50-50 chance you're going to see this, as the chat says, very handsome face telling you how to bet on some of these games.
Yeah, Bucket, sure. Are you on OnlyFans? You said you were on all social media. Naked bets with Buckets.
What's OnlyFans? I don't know what that is.
Trying to get married, you're mentioning OnlyFans, right? He's got to pay for the wedding somehow.
I'm kidding.
Hey, Buckets, I got one more question for you here. This one says, also, I've got to ask there, is there a team that actually fits Kylian Mbappe perfectly? I've seen him at PSG and Real Madrid. I am just wondering if there's a team that really needs his play style. As on the left-hand side, Doué's going 1v1 against Upamecano, top of the box. He doesn't have many options. He gets fouled in the middle of the field. Buckets, answer the question as PSG go on.
What was the question? I got distracted.
Kylian Mbappe, Kvara from distance shot, saved by Neuer. Kylian Mbappe, is there a team that fits there? Read the comments, man. Come on, I can't do the job for you.
Fair enough. I need to learn how to read, number one. But once I do, I'll be a big asset to this team. I don't know if he fits anywhere right now, right? There's a lot they've got to figure out, a lot that he needs to get in check. I'm not even going to talk about the petition I saw of people wanting to get him out of Real Madrid. I just think he needs to figure out himself a little bit before he can figure out how to fit into a squad. Because right now, nobody really needs him. He needs teams that are more than they need him at the moment.
PSG defending very well right now, Buckets. And of course, they've limited the opportunities in front of goal. Nothing from Harry Kane, nothing for Sofanov, Adam's best friend, to do so far. But at this moment in time, Bayern are on the hunt. Lucho Diaz, left-hand side, 1v1. He's absolutely burned Zaire Emery. He's put him on his backside. He takes a shot.
Oh, that was close. That was really close. Lucho Diaz.
Buckets, I'm coming back to you one more time here because you are, of course, a Bayern Munich supporter. Luis Diaz, the difference he's made at that football club is he puts Zaire Emery on his backside. What a signing he's been for Bayern Munich, Lucho Diaz.
Absolutely. One of the best signings they've had in a very long time. My buddy, who's a big Liverpool fan, has just been bugging me all season long saying how much they regret that decision. And he slotted in so perfectly. He found the synergy immediately with his team. He didn't have that gestation period or whatever the word I'm trying to think of is to where he had to adjust with the squad. Phenomenal signing, and I'm just praying that was not the right word. I'm praying he can just stay for the club for a few years at this point.
I'm going to ask both of you this question, Buckets and Ian. Who do you think's had more of an impact on their team, Kvara or Lucho Diaz?
Buckets first.
He
I
wants
think
time to think.
they've both done an incredible job. I think Kvara's done more for PSG than Lucho has done for Bayern, but that's because Lucho's not doing it alone. Elise's done massive things. He's done massive things. Kvara's kind of been that focal point for this PSG squad that's really helped turn them around this year.
Luis Diaz, so far, the Colombian, has been excellent since he arrived at Bayern Munich. 26 goals, 17 assists since he departed Liverpool. By the way, he read the script. Liverpool, failure this year. Well done at Bayern Munich. But you got to win, right? You got to win the Champions League. Of course, you've won the Bundesliga title already, and they've got the opportunity of winning, of course, the DFB Pokal as well, which is excellent. Adam, question
Look at this.
for you.
Yeah. Jabrivan88, he hasn't been in the chat for a little while. He says, here we go, this Adam guy with Safanov again. I don't know what the hate is.
Got one for you, Adam.
From
Here,
Russia with gloves.
K2220, Kvaratskhelia, last goal scorer. I've got another one jumping in here and saying Pavlovic, next goal scorer from Brian M876. That will be your last goal scorer. Those comments mean a lot. If it is the last goal scorer, you will, of course, win a signed Alphonso Davies jersey. Jump in the comments, please, everybody. Let us know who you think the last goal scorer will be. It is Bayern Munich against Paris Saint-Germain. PSG winning by 1-0 to 0, 6-4 in aggregate. They're on the attack here, Adam. Take the comms away.
Here come PSG again. It's exactly what we saw in the past. Getting the ball out wide, this time to the right-hand side. It's Warren Zaire-Emery playing in a slightly different position in this game for PSG, but they've decided to go all the way back and just reset themselves. That attack didn't quite have the same sort of pace, did it, that we saw for the first couple, especially we saw the first goal.
Bayern defending a little bit better in this game. You know, I know they've conceded the first
Exactly.
goal, but
I think they've learned. They've learned their lesson. They're defending a little bit deeper now. It's noticeable. And they're also forcing them to go back towards the halfway line as opposed to letting them through.
I don't like the Davies bench. I don't like it because you've got Leimer on one side, Stanisic on the other side. They're much more defensive-minded. I know it's compact and you want to limit PSG, but Davies offers so much more offensively. I hope he's okay, and I hope he has an opportunity of being able to get on the pitch at some point because he's a difference maker as well. Back to the screens, Adam.
This is a good one.
A good one.
You're a good one. You're a locker room guy. What is more important in a team? This is from Gerbaruf9656. Hopefully I've said that correctly. What's more important in a team? The quality of the players or having good chemistry in the locker room?
Great question.
For example, Real Madrid.
PSG just win the ball in Bayern's half. It's 4v4. They go out wide to Kvaratskhelia. He comes back inside. Vitinha goes back. That guy never gives the ball away. To answer your question, the Kylian Mbappe PSG situation is unique, and it's one that tells a story. It tells 1,000 stories, actually. Because Kylian Mbappe, there's no doubt, individually, he's one of the world's best players. He is. I still think he is. And he's scoring goals in a very bad Real Madrid team.
Even this season, his record still says that.
Phenomenal. But Luis Enrique knew that to get Paris Saint-Germain winning trophies would change him and his history at the club. It would make him a bit of an icon. But also for PSG to actually lift their hands on the Champions League trophy, he needed something different. He needed character. He needed team chemistry. Kylian Mbappe, one of the world's best players. He's better than any Paris Saint-Germain player, as far as I'm concerned. But that is a statement in itself. It's a better team without him in there. On the left-hand side, Nuno Mendes breaks forward. PSG are doing a great job of winning the ball in midfield. Switch of play, Vitinha. What a pass out wide. It's overhead. I think at the end of the day, PSG are by far a better team without Kylian Mbappe. So therefore, team chemistry is everything. And I'm going to finish with one more story. Because I don't want to shut up talking yet, because I've got the microphone here. I played in many teams who weren't as talented. Obviously, we're talking the Champions League. It's the greatest club competition in the world. I play at lower level. I've played, obviously, in Germany. And I've played at a decent level in Major League Soccer as well. Most success that I've had, winning a championship in Germany, obviously having success in MLS, it was always down to team.
Wait, get back in here.
Down to team.
Someone's trying to steal the shirt.
Seeing this shirt, I'm sick of
Troy Deeney's in. We've got a former.
Sorry guys, this has been banished.
Get the mic in here.
Premier League striker. Troy
We've seen this way too many times. I'm going to banish it until half-time.
Troy Deeney has just offered a signed Troy Deeney jersey for anyone who jumps in the comments and says Troy Deeney's a legend. If you write that, signed Troy Deeney jersey coming your way next.
Staying with me.
Troy, we're asking, just before you go, we want a score prediction, but also we're playing this game to win that shirt that you're about to run off with. Who's going to be the last goal scorer in normal time, extra time, or the winning penalty? Who do you think?
Kvaratskhelia.
Ooh, who's that?
And the score? Who's going to win?
I said PSG to win. I thought that at the top. Me and Nigel thought that earlier. So, yeah, stay with PSG.
One more time before you go, can you show the viewers the jersey? Chance oh! Over the top of the crossbar, Lisi.
When you behave, you come back.
Cut in on the right-hand side. And wow, almost put it in the back of the net. Elise 1v1 against Mendes. Right-hand side, goes for the far corner like he normally does. By the way, if Elise reminds you of someone who's played in a Bayern Munich team before, a similar player, who does he remind you of? I've got one in my head. Does he remind you of anyone?
So close.
Similar style, does the same move almost every time from about 10 years ago.
Same move as in with the ball.
Goes at the
Cuts
defender
inside.
1v1, tucks in on the left foot, goes for the far corner. Every time. Always used to work for him way back in the day.
I know. Arjen Robben.
Yes,
Arjen
100%.
Robben.
Arjen Robben.
He did it every time. It wasn't just at Bayern. He did it every club he played. I remember him at Chelsea. You could bet your house that he was going to cut inside and shoot, and they still couldn't stop him.
We've got Aspen Schneider jumping in and saying, I swear that guy looks exactly like Ian Joy. It is like a clone. You're right. It looks a lot like Ian Joy. Troy Deeney, we've got a few legends.
Troy's son's watching. Troy Deeney is the best English striker of all time.
Ah, there you go. Not bad. Troy Deeney's a legend. That comes in from Buckets John Betts, who wants to win that jersey. And of course, we've got Troy Deeney's a legend coming in from Aspen Schneider as well. Bro, what did he say? Mbappe is better than the whole PSG squad? LMAO. He's laughing his ass off. He's laughing at me. But am I wrong right there? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Are PSG a better team without Kylian Mbappe? Is Kylian Mbappe a better individual than any player that PSG has? You let me know. Handball. PSG defensively. Mendes. Is he already on a yellow card, by the way?
I thought
there
was a good comment as well. I can't find it now, but it said that Arsenal will be watching this game.
Wow! Oh, just real quickly, he's on a yellow card, Mendes, and Bayern were on the attack. The ball was played forward, handball from Mendes, and Bayern are complaining that wasn't second yellow card. And I think the referee had other ideas.
Companies asking for a red. Yeah, one of the comments we had in a couple of minutes ago I was going to read out was talking about the fact that maybe Arsenal are watching this game and feeling a bit more confident.
Oh, my word. That could have been handball. Vincent Kompany knows that could have been handball. And the bomber jacket, he looks a bit like Top Gun, by the way. What a great opportunity that was for Bayern Munich. Conor and Leimer just tipping the ball away. Mendes raises the arms, as the defenders would normally do. It strikes the arm around about the elbow region. No second yellow, referee says.
The Bayern Munich assistant coach, you could see him lip read him going, "What is this? What is this?"
Do you know what he said? He said, "Das ist eine Scheiße! Das ist nicht gut!
A yellow card!
I want the gelbe Karten!" Let's get some thoughts from John Bucketimer right now. We're back into the game. We're 30 minutes in. Total goals before kickoff was over 4.5 goals, meaning 5 goals needed to be scored to get plus numbers. Ball over the top. Harry Kane trying to get the ball down under control. That's Conrad Leimer, not Harry Kane. He's about a foot shorter. Kane picks up possession of the ball in midfield as Bayern go back to the left-hand side with Stanisic. Plays it out wide to Elise. 1v1 against Marquinhos. By the way, Colombian against Brazilian. Right foot, trying to get the space to get the strike away. He doesn't. It looks like it's an offside decision.
Yeah, they're
if he
appealing
makes
for
contact
offside.
on the ball. And Bayern are forced to be stuffed out again. By the way, we thought that Bayern Munich were defending very well. Adam, PSG are defending well here.
Defending very, very well. And
Sofanov! What's he doing? Volleyball move right
my
there.
My boy Safanov.
Oh, Bayern looking for a penalty.
Another handball.
Bayern looking for a penalty here. They're surrounding the referee.
Yeah, he's
the
going to
referee
have a
says
look.
no, he's flicking them away, by the way.
VAR's going to have a look at this, aren't they?
Harry Kane and Joshua Kimmich asking for a penalty kick. They're asking for handball right here, jumping back into the comments. Kate's jumping in and saying PSG is way better without Mbappe. Shouldn't be a question at all. Great answer. Thank you very much, Kate.
Ryan says, Ian, how many red...
Oh, it's handball, Adam.
Oh, is he giving a pen?
No, look, watch. Oh, hey, he's
Gotta be.
It should be handball, but the problem is, like, what are you supposed to do? The ball gets fired at you 100 miles an hour.
That is
you think that's a penalty kick?
Oh, it's a handball. If we're giving the other ones
in
that
the Champions League, it is, right?
If we're giving the others that we keep giving, that's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty.
Kimmich is still going at it. The referee's having none of it, by the way. Harry Kane's going at it as well. Jump back to the comments. Ian, how many Red Bulls have you had so far today?
You're on the water today,
That is from Ryan Zizmatatic.
No Red Bulls here.
I pronounced your name correctly.
Just on the water.
Is jumping in, look at the comments as Adam brings up my water.
Yeah, you know Red Bulls here. He's on the H2O.
Water or some other clear liquid in that drink. Listen, let's get back to this comment because the game just went on there. Clear handball, and it looked to me like they were a little bit lucky, Paris Saint-Germain.
Why do you think he didn't give it?
I don't think there's anything he could have done about it. It was obviously fired at João Neves at 100 miles an hour. What's he supposed to do? Chop his arm off?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that given what we've seen given in the last month or so, in all season, I'm surprised that they didn't even have another look at that one.
Hardrick Mystery World says that's an absolute robbery. Probably should have been a penalty kick right there. Jump in the comments. What do you think? Should that have been a penalty kick? Yeah, let me just pronounce this correctly. Tejesage3752 says no doubt that should have been a penalty kick right there. Wow. One has to wonder, why did Ronaldo fit in sort of at least at Real Madrid while Mbappe is failing at both of his clubs? That's a great question right there. But let's just focus on Paris Saint-Germain against Bayern Munich while we're at it right now. Bayern are under a bit of pressure. By the way, they have conceded goals recently. Remember against Mainz it was. They were 3-0 down. They've been a couple of goals down in multiple games in the Bundesliga and come back to get results in those games.
I do think, though, Vincent Kompany, especially, they've had a couple of penalty shouts, they've been going forward, that he'll be pleased with the way, I know they haven't got the equalising goal in this game yet, but that he has managed to settle things down. They didn't concede another goal. It's been quite a commanding performance after they conceded the first goal.
Who has had the most possession of the ball, Adam, up to this point, if you were to guess? Free kick for Vitinha, inside Bayern Munich's half.
Team or a player?
Team. Chance for PSG. Chance! Saved by Manuel Neuer. Back post header. I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, Doué. No, it wasn't. Which, by the way, it's unbelievable. João Neves with another header of the ball. Back post in from Vitinha. João Neves, the smallest player in the box, wins the header, goes far post. Neuer with a remarkable save. And he celebrated the save as well. That should have been a goal. Manuel Neuer, top-class goalkeeping. Said it on scoreline yesterday. Goalkeepers needed to step up. Adam, take it away.
Free header, he's got to score from that distance. We got the answer to our latest YouTube poll. Next goal scorer in this game, Kane, Elise, Dembele or Kvaratskhelia. 35% agreeing with me, King Harry. Who else? 25% Elise, 23 for Dembele. And only 17 for Kvara.
We got problems on the field in Munich right here. Manuel Neuer telling the Bayern Munich fans, calme, Ruhe, Ruhe.
They're
fans
throwing
throwing on cups. It's not like the Germans to throw away beer at all, Bayern. I'm just going to throw it out there. The Germans normally don't waste any alcoholic substitutions, especially when it comes to beers. Referees not happy a lighter was thrown on the field as well. We don't want to see this in UEFA competition, that's for sure. Desperately disappointing. Both of these teams put on a spectacle
Beers,
last game out.
lighters, bratwursts, keep them in your hands.
Keep them in your Are you talking about John Buckesheimer again? All right, let's get back to the game. It is a corner kick for Paris Saint-Germain that's played short. Top of the box. Excellent pass to Vitinha. Top of the box. He's going to have a shot. It's closed down.
Corner.
Very well done by Olise. Takes one in the backside. It's another corner kick. Let's jump back into the comments. Referee, how TF is that not a penalty kick? Gotta be joking. That comes in from FCEHM175. And by the way, Troy Deeney will be more legendary in punditry as well. Interesting comment. Let's talk about that as PSG take this corner kick. Troy Deeney has really amazed me. I've watched him from afar, walking away from a game. Chance from distance, blocked by Bayern. Neuer's going to claim it. Troy Deeney, I've watched him from distance, by the way. Always impressed because he has a great opinion and he's not frightened in voicing his opinion. He's brave in doing so. But watching him closer, actually, his knowledge of the world's game has really impressed me. Such a great guy, lovely character. Talking about, Mbappe leaving and going to Real Madrid. We just bought in Kvaratskhelia to Golazo network, by the way, when we bought Troy in. Because he's a difference maker, I think. He makes us better.
Two reasons why I love working with Troy. One, he's not afraid to say what he thinks and disagree with the common opinion. And the second thing is he's connected to the game. He only retired, not even 2 seasons ago. So he's played with a lot of the players that we're watching on our network, be it Serie A, EFL, Champions League. He's played with them, played against them, and he always gives a brilliant insight. Love working with Troy.
I thought he retired after that last-minute goal that he scored in the winning game. I thought he retired after that because I'm sure he never had to buy another pint. By the way, cross into the box. Harry Kane takes it down under control. Outside the box he goes. Bayern putting pressure on Paris Saint-Germain right now. Shot from distance from Tai. He thinks again. He goes back into the middle. Luis Diaz is coming from the left-hand side to the centre. It's the top of the box. They're deep. Paris Saint-Germain. Bayern are having a problem getting through them right now. Luis Enrique's tactical plan is working.
They're taking their time, though. They're building this attack. That's a lovely ball in from Elise, but doesn't quite manage to get to him. Kane is moving around, trying to get free of his marker, but not quite able to get through there. And that's the issue for Bayern, isn't it, Ian? That if they build the attack a bit more slowly, PSG have just got all that time in the world to just set themselves as a defensive line.
Do you think there is one person who is carrying Paris Saint-Germain, or is Paris Saint-Germain succeeding as a team as whole? That one comes in from Ref Soccer.
Here come PSG.
24.
Here come PSG. Doué sets it out to Kvara on the other side, but good defending from Jonathan Tah, manages to block it and clear it once again, although Kvara is still going.
You know,
I think
Bayern
it's
have a
gone out for corner.
vulnerability defensively. That's been proven of past, right? The recent games, if you look at their results, especially in the Bundesliga, I know they wrapped up the title. They were crap against Heidenheim. They were disappointing, I thought, against PSG defensively. The other game they came back was Mainz. They were 3-0 down in that game, came back to win by 4-3. There's a vulnerability there.
Do you think there is one person who's carrying PSG, or is PSG succeeding as a team as a whole? Great question from Ref
Just
Soccer
ask that question, you know
9624.
that, right?
I know you asked that,
Thanks for
but
asking it
I
again.
think too. I feel it's such a good question. Need to say it twice. That's the point with PSG now. That's the point with PSG under Luis Enrique. Before it was about the stars, it was about the Mbappes, it was about the Neymars, it was about the Messis. Now it's about the team. They've got great players, but I think the real strength is the squad, the team, the depth. They've got Barcola on the bench. I mean, they've got internationals on the bench.
Their bench is absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, look at it, it's ridiculous.
Gonzalo Ramos, Kang In Lee, Luca Hernandez, Maulu the youngster. They've
Barcola.
got stars, right?
Yeah, too good.
By the way, it is 1-0 Paris Saint-Germain. We're 38 minutes into this game. Manuel Neuer plays the ball.
Just
out to
before
the
we go back
right-hand
to
side. Go ahead.
buckets, question I want to ask you.
Go.
We've got 38 minutes or so on the clock.
Yep.
If Bayern don't score before half-time, does that make you more worried?
No, I still think Bayern Munich score 4 goals. I'm hanging into it.
Four
I
second
still
half
think-
goals?
You think Bayern can't score four second half goals?
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that as the minutes tick by, they need to play more and more on the front foot and take the risks.
Buckets, let's get to you because we are moments away from half-time. We don't have both teams scoring here. Lack of opportunity in front of goal. Both teams defending much better. Bets are struggling at the moment, mate.
Bets are struggling a little bit at the moment, but we don't stop firing because I agree with Ian that Bayern Munich will still score multiple goals. And right now, you can get Bayern Munich live just to score 2 or more goals, getting ever closer to plus 100. It's minus 110. I got to believe second half, if they do go down 1-0, they're going to be pressing and firing on all cylinders. I don't see a world where they're not picking up at least 2. So another option there for you if you're looking for different ways to wager on this.
Buckets, if I was to ask you the question, how many shots Bayern Munich had on target and you were to take a guess, what would you say?
I'd say 2 right now.
0 shots on target from Bayern Munich. They're at home. It's the 39th minute of the game. They are losing to Paris Saint-Germain. Second leg of the Champions League. Bayern on the attack. Upamecano just inside PSG's half. Plays the ball forward to Pavlovic. He goes out wide to Luis Diaz. 1v1, not frightened. Now it's 1v2. Dembele backing up. He goes past the defender, slips. Goal kick.
Does he win the corner? No, goal kick. Buckets, coming back to you with your, rather than your betting hat on, your fan hat on as a Bayern fan, I'll ask you the same question I asked Ian. If your team doesn't score before half-time, so it stays at 1-0 to PSG, do you start to get worried?
Not yet. What I do start to think is that we need to get Davies in before the 60th minute. I want to see him coming in as early in the second half as we possibly can because he does add that additional offensive presence, that pressing that we're not seeing Bayern Munich doing enough right now. They cannot break through this PSG back line. Davies can help play a big part in that. Sorry. So I want to see him sub in here early.
All right, it is still 1-0 Paris Saint-Germain. We are 5 minutes ahead of half-time. I would promote the jersey from Alphonso Davies, but we don't have it. Troy Deeney.
You've got a scarf, though.
Quietly confident Troy Deeney's
scarf.
taken that jersey and he's already put it on eBay. You know what he's like. Bayern Munich scarf for anyone else who actually wins that. We are asking for the last goal scorer, which is currently Ousmane Dembele. If you predict the last goal scorer correctly, Jonathan Buckets will be able to give you the winning chance for Lucho Diaz, 1v1, and he once again losing possession of the ball, 1v1 left-hand side, gets inside the penalty area, doesn't take a shot, no product now for Bayern.
Great question here from Ref Soccer 9624. Would taking out Vitinha and João Neves remove the threat that the PSG team has, or is there threat more coming from the forwards?
Oof. Honestly, I think both teams are just doing a better job defensively, though. I think what we're recognising is that it's much more compact, right? I mean, Bayern Munich are trying to play compact, but unfortunately for them, they're giving up possession of the ball in the vital area. Then PSG are playing counter-attack. And if you look at what PSG are doing defensively, they're getting bodies back behind the ball. Dembele's back. This is why PSG are successful without the big names. You've got Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Doué, hustling, working. That's what you've got to do if you want to win these trophies. It's an excellent team, well coached by Luis Enrique. What they've done in this second leg has been truly remarkable. I'm so surprised we've only got 1 goal. Bayern on the attack on the right-hand side. Jamal Musiala, not mentioned his name all game so far. He's inside the penalty area. Vitinha tried to block it. He doesn't. Sofanov makes a save at the near post. Well done, Adam.
Safanov, my boy. Another good save from Safanov. He's looked good so far.
Yeah, he's very good. But
commanding in his box, not afraid to come out when he needs to.
A little bit shady at times, though, no?
Yeah, I mean, look, he conceded 4 goals in the last leg. I'm not saying he's the best goalkeeper in the world, but I think ultimately, they probably would have conceded more goals had he not played as well as he did, and I think he started this game well. Great comment from Jabrivan88. Is Bundesliga lack of competition?
Stop lying. You know who Jabrivan88 is. Just announced to the world who that is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Ah, that's him. Is Bundesliga lack of competition affecting
Chance for Bayern Munich on the right-hand side. Leimer cuts it back. Bad cross again. Take it away, Adam. Sorry.
Is the lack of competition in the Bundesliga affecting Bayern Munich at some level this month?
I mean, there's no doubt that Bayern have taken their foot off the gas in the Bundesliga. The 3 goals they conceded against Heidenheim and 3 goals against Mainz, defensively vulnerable. Vincent Kompany won't be happy. But when you rotate, that's what happens, right? It's frustrating. But at the same time, I do think that Bayern Munich in the Champions League is a different animal, of course, in the Bundesliga. The competition has been a problem all year long. It's not just automatically
And surely, to answer the question from Jabrivan, that could also be the case. You could make the same case about Liga, arguably more so. That's a very one-sided league.
Yeah.
And PSG made a lot of changes at the weekend. I don't think the lack of competition has affected them much either.
I think their focus and attention obviously has turned to the second leg of this game. Bayern Munich on the attack here. Harry Kane going searching for the ball, by the way. He's no longer in the penalty area. He's dropping off deeper. Great in possession. He's one of the best players, I think, as an attacker who picks up possession and invites midfielders to get forward. And also his passing is incredible. Elise 1v1 tried to nutmeg Fabian Ruiz, who defends incredibly well. Nuno Mendes gives up possession of the ball. Bayern back on the attack right here. Do they get an opportunity before half-time here, Adam? How does the goal come?
At the moment, it's in the last, 5 or so minutes, Bayern Munich have just come into the ascendancy. They realise how important a goal would be if they could score before half-time. Here's Musiala. Oh, what a save!
Saved by the sofa.
Saved again by Safanov. Punches the air like that. He knows how much that meant. And the ball, once he'd saved it, came back out to a PSG player rather than Harry Kane, who was lurking. But here they are, PSG, having to defend for their lives once again. Bayern Munich with the ball inside the box! Oh, he's missed. I think that was one that missed by a mile, though. It looked close for us, but...
Needed more from Musiala in the second leg. He's been pretty poor, I think. In the first leg, he wasn't good enough. He wasn't involved enough. This one's going away from goal, therefore no problem for the Russian goalkeeper, who came up with a big-time save right there.
That was a good
Musiala,
save.
around about the penalty spot, closed down by Vitinha, I think that was, or Marquinhos, and then all of a sudden his shot gets in on target. Good save by Safanov. By the way, he has got the worst ponytail in football, by the way. He looks like a famous Arsenal player who had a ponytail like that. Who am I thinking of?
Emmanuel Petit.
Thank you very much. Let me go to Jamal Musiala before we get back to the screens. The 23-year-old German has been disappointing, but in this game he's starting to pick up. He's had 1 shot on target. He's had 75% pass completion.
Read the comment. Read the comment. Read the comment.
Well, I mean, you're right so far, but the game's not done. 4 goals for Bayern Munich, I'm still predicting.
Ryan, I love you. Maybe Adam was right about PSG's goalkeeper.
Well, in the first leg, he was very lucky. And you had a narrative going on, and he didn't play well, and he conceded 4 goals in the game. We're into the second game now. He's obviously not conceded a goal. He's made...
Here comes Musiala again, dancing around outside the box, but he's blazed it way over the
Final
bar.
product from Bayern Munich is desperately disappointing. Vincent Kompany is applauding his team, and as he should be doing, because Bayern are on the attack.
Yeah, the last, what would you say, last 5-10 minutes?
Let me look at the stats here. Yeah, definitely in the last 5-10 minutes.
If you look at those momentum charts that we have on Scoreline all the time, the team that's dominating the game at that moment, you've got to say the last 5 minutes has been all Bayern. They're the ones creating.
Let me jump into the stats here, right? Accurate passes for Bayern Munich, 180 passes compared to 128 from Paris Saint-Germain. It tells you a lot about the counter-attack. PSG 3 shots on target, Bayern Munich 1 shot on target. What's the problem here? It's the opportunity in front of goal. They're not taking their chances in front of goal. They're not creating clear-cut chances either in front of goal. That was a good chance for Musiala around the penalty spot. Should have done better. The Russian sofa made the save. But Bayern are playing better football here. I'm still very confident that Bayern win this game by more than 2 goals. I'm sticking with that plus 140 wager I had before the game. We are 1 minute away from half-time. First 45 minutes, almost in the books. Adam, not the game we were expecting. We thought goals.
I think, again, I was right. I wasn't just right about Safanov. I was right about the fact that I said it was going to be a little bit more cagey, lower scoring, a bit tighter. Neither team really wants to really cut loose. And I think 1-0 was probably what I expected. I thought it would go the way of Bayern, so I'm wrong about that. But I do think over the last 5 or 10 minutes here, they have a chance to score potentially before half-time. Elise
Great
getting
comment.
blocked.
Before we go to break right here, there's a great comment jumping in here. Have you noticed that Mendes, who's sitting on a yellow card, is no longer marking Olise, which is a great comment
done.
right there. He's actually dropping a little bit more compact inside Pacho. That's a wonderful spot right there because, of course, sitting on that yellow card, almost got the second yellow card for the handball. The referee said no. We are 30 seconds away from the halftime whistle being blown. Bayern having a big problem getting a breakthrough against PSG.
I think, though, Ian, if you're Vincent Kompany, you've seen enough in the last 10 minutes to make you believe and to build your tactical message at half-time that you can go and do it in the second half.
I think it sets up for a great second half.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the game opens up as well in that second half because Bayern have got to go for it. They will try to score 3 or 4 goals in this game and they'll leave themselves open. Referee's going to blow for half-time here, isn't he?
Yeah, I think now. No, he hasn't blown. I think
2
it was
balls
a foul.
on the field.
It was a foul on Kvara.
Oh, yellow
card.
For Kvara.
Yeah, yellow
What
card.
for, though?
I thought the foul was on him. Anyway.
Very good half. Very good half. Very compact half. A lot different from the first leg. We obviously had a ton of goals in the first 45 minutes. It was explosive. It was a great game. This second half has been much more defensive-minded. Bayern Munich have 1 chance left. They are over the allotted stoppage time in the first 45 minutes.
You got to score from
Kimmich
this,
with
or
the
it's
free kick
half-time?
outside the box. He's just going to whip this into the danger zone. Upamecano, watch out for him. Here comes the cross. Decent delivery. Upamecano on the end of it.
Oh, he nearly scored. Safanov didn't even move.
Wow.
I think it was Jonathan Tah.
Was it Tah?
I think it was
Good
Tah.
header by the. Yeah, he was
a
unmarked.
free header.
Wow.
He's got to get that on. He's got to get that on target.
Wow.
Good comment in from Del Boy. Only Fools and Horses fan?
Yeah, I love it.
Everybody loves it.
Rodney, you look a lot like Rodney.
Del Boy says, no, I'm a Del Boy, aren't I? What, Del? He says,
half-time, by the way.
people every season overhype Bayern. Are Bayern overhyped?
Why overhype Bayern? What are you talking about overhype Bayern? Why are people overhype Bayern? Bayern Munich are the champions of
You gotta
Germany.
win it.
They're in a DFB Pokal. They're in the semi-final against the champions of Europe. They scored 4 goals away from home against Paris Saint-Germain. Listen, I'm going to break, but I'm going to break unhappy. You better come back with me at half-time because I'm expecting 4 goals from Bayern. Get back in the chats as well. Just annoyed me there, didn't you? Welcome back into the CBS Sports Golazo Network YouTube Watch Along. Ian Joy alongside Adam Hunt, and I have John Bucketimer with me as well. Paris Saint-Germain are leading by 1-0 in Munich. It is 6-4 on aggregate. There has been a few very controversial talking points in this game, and of course the referee has had a lot to say about this game as well. Should it have been a penalty kick? Was it not a penalty kick? Handball inside that penalty area. Mendes, handball also on a yellow card. Bayern looking for a second yellow card. Wasn't given. The referee was a big controversial point. I'm going to go back into the comments before I go to Adam Hunt right here, because one of these comments was absolutely hilarious to me. Let's play a little bit of trivia. See who can get this right. Guess the nationality of all these three people. Neves, Mendes, and referee João Pinheiro. Remember, the handballs on both players were Portuguese, and the referee is Portuguese. Adam Hunt! Talk to me!
I don't like to read into connections like that. I mean, let's just leave it there.
No!
Those kind of things.
Come on, man. Referee under a lot of pressure. You're in a big game. Referee's got to get decisions right. I think he got one wrong. Mendes probably should have been a yellow card.
The ball
I don't
was
think it was a
struck
penalty
so hard.
kick.
He's not even looking at that.
That's the other one on João Neves, though, right? Yeah. I think João Neves can understand that one smashed at him. But Mendes' arm is away from his body. Been in that position many times. Just really frustrating to me. Momentum chart tells you a story.
Yeah,
obviously, PSG got the early goal. Dembele has now scored in each of his last 3 Champions League appearances. PSG lead by 1-0.
I think this momentum chart tells the story. This was exactly what I'm going to say, but in a visual form, was that PSG started the game well. They scored the opening goal. Then Bayern Munich got back into the game. PSG had that another little period, didn't they, towards the end of that middle part of the first half. But other than that, it's been mostly Bayern. They've created a lot of chances. They just haven't had that cutting edge. They've had the ball and created chances. But ultimately, this game is about goals. And PSG have scored the crucial goal. And it's been a lot more, I think, tactical than we saw in the first leg. The first leg was just crazy, wasn't it? It was just madness. Game, goal, everybody going everywhere, mistakes. And that's what dictated the first game. This game has been a lot more tactical, a lot more prepared.
Defensive-minded.
Exactly, a lot more defensive.
I think you have to be when you have 9 goals in a game. At the same time, we got to give Paris Saint-Germain and Luis Enrique a lot of credit here. Tactically going into this game, you're going into Munich, for God's sake. And of course, goals are absolutely always going to be there. What he's done with his team is pretty spectacular. We'll come to that a little bit
just very
later
quickly,
on,
I think one of the comments that's come in just now has reflected what we're trying to say. Canada Dan, I think this is a great comment, Canada Dan, whoever you are. To be fair, Luis Enrique has more experience than company, so besides letting their teams play beautiful football, Luis Enrique has a bit of an advantage, but it all goes down to the 11 on the pitch.
No, it's absolutely ridiculous. No consistent refereeing, and we just keep changing the rules every single game. What do you think about the referee's performance in the first 45 minutes? One word, describe it, drop it in the comments, let us know. We're going to have a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the second half. It is Paris Saint-Germain leading 1-0 in Munich, 6-4 on aggregate. Paris Saint-Germain lead in Munich. It's 1-0 to 0, 6-4 on aggregate. Crazy result. Let's get to our betting expert, John Bucketsheimer, CBS Sports Golazo Network YouTube Watch Along. Buckets, you are a betting expert. It's not so easy to be able to predict this one because the first 45 minutes didn't produce a lot of goals.
No, it did not. And I think a lot of people, myself included, expected Bayern Munich to really come out here and start with a bang. And we just didn't see that. But we did see them start to come alive in the second half. Ian, I am with you that I still think we are going to see goals in this game. So for my second half bet, I'm looking at Bayern Munich to score just over 1.5 in this game. If Bayern Munich scored 2... What?
Buckets, you've changed your shirt.
No.
You've taken off your Bayern shirt. You deserter.
I am not a deserter. I am a superstitious individual who does not want to curse the club he supports, Adam. Listen, I'm also a big, apparently, Bimbo, or Philadelphia Union fan is what I meant to say there. Bimbo's the sponsor. Give me Bayern Munich 2 goals. 3 goals, 4 goals, I don't care, but 2 from a betting perspective.
I didn't know Philadelphia was in Ohio, Buckets, but at the same time, best bet going into the second half, please.
Yeah, Bayern Munich over 1.5 team total at plus 110 is my single best bet here for the second half.
Who's your goal scorer for Bayern Munich?
I'm still holding on to Elise. He's now plus 310. I think he's going to get one through.
John Bucketsheimer and that fabulous haircut. There he is, our betting expert. Bayern Munich still favourite, in my opinion. Stick around. Second half action from Munich is coming your way next. Welcome back. You're watching CBS Sports Golazo Network YouTube Watch Along. Ian Joy alongside Adam Hunt, and we have John Bucketsheimer as well. Please jump in the comments and let us know what your thoughts are. And of course, we have a comment coming in right here. It says here, where to watch Henri, Kate, Micah and Carragher from Dictator and...
Not here!
You're in the wrong place. Please go over to Paramount Plus and make sure you watch the best Champions League show in town, of course, with Kate and crew. It's a great job.
Watching
I
both.
thought yesterday's breakdown, by the way, from TT after the game, Arsenal was phenomenal. And
Watch them both. We're a second screen experience, aren't you? You've got the
Second
game on one
screen.
screen, you can watch them, and then you've got us as well to keep you informed with what the general opinion is in the comments.
Adam Hunt, the Englishman, proud Three Lions supporter as well, looking forward to the World Cup. Harry Kane's performance in that first 45 minutes. If I was to ask you how many times Harry Kane touched the ball in the opposition box, how many times do you think?
Not a lot. I'm going to say 3.
1.
1.
One contact of the ball from Harry Kane. He kept on dropping off deeper, right? And I think this is a credit to the way Luis Enrique set his side up defensively. Very compact, frustrating Kane, went searching for the ball.
But even in the first leg, after he'd scored the penalty, he was pretty quiet as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. First leg, it was a little bit different for him. I think that actually PSG made a big mistake of trying to mark Harry Kane. And then eventually it was Olise and Lucho Diaz who got all the space. And this time it's much more compact. By the way, we're not giving Zaire Emery enough credit for the job that he's doing in a right fullback position. I know he's played there before. I watched Morning Footy with Michael Lahoud, who was talking about Zaire Emery dropping into that position. And obviously he's done a good job there previously. And he's doing another good job, albeit second half is going to be a completely different story. Teams coming back out onto the field in Munich. What do you expect?
Comment from Rofo Silva says, which of these two will give Arsenal more problems? Having watched the first half, how are you feeling about a potential final?
Yeah, I think Arsenal will be watching this game thinking they've got a better opportunity of winning that final than they did going into kickoff.
Absolutely.
I think they're recognising...
They'll be happy with this.
Yeah, they're not as electric, especially that first 45 minutes. I think this was a tentative first 45 minutes. There were still chances, but I think it was both teams not wanting to lose the tie in that first half. And that's what I'm expecting now. I'm expecting them to absolutely go for it. Bayern still not out onto the pitch. PSG already on the pitch. Bayern in their new fancy jersey, waiting to walk back out on the pitch. Hamstring rub right there for Vitinha. Doesn't give away possession of the ball, by the way. What an incredible midfielder he is. I just think that this game is a totally different story. We expected it to be drama, goals, because the first leg was unreal. But didn't happen in the first 45 minutes because of that mentality. Don't lose the tie in the first half.
It will be interesting to see if either team cuts loose in the second half and just absolutely goes for it. You'd think Bayern need it a little bit more to try and do that. Do you think there's going to be any substitutions in the second half? PSG more unlikely. I think for Bayern, maybe not get
I don't know where my Alphonso Davies jersey is, which you can win, by the way, if you jump in the comments and let us know who that last goal scorer is. Troy Deeney stole in it. Hopefully he brings it back before the end of the show. We can promote it again. Alphonso Davies, why is he not in the game? There's no offence on that left-hand side. I get it. Stanisic is going forward and Leimer's going forward on the right-hand side. But that mentality is to play a bit more safer, where Alphonso Davies has this make-it-happen mentality. Look at the big games where he's produced in. Real Madrid quarter-final when they got knocked out last year, right? I mean, he turned up in a big occasion. I would love to see Alphonso Davies come onto the pitch at some point. They have to gamble, and I think that's the area. Musiala's got a role to play in this. I don't think that we won't see Musiala play a role over these two legs. He's got to have something to say. Kickoff about to get underway in Munich. It's 1-0 Paris Saint-Germain, 6-4 on aggregate. Adam Hunt, wow. This is going to be a big 45 minutes coming up here. Referee's about to get us underway. Kickoff and action. Here we go. Whistle blown.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this second half. And I really am hoping, I know I said it in my prediction, I'm hoping that one or both of these teams cut loose and we see the same kind of second half that we saw in the first leg.
I got to ask everybody out there in the comments, what do you think about the Paris Saint-Germain kickoff? Straight out of play for a throw-in to gain an advantage? What do you guys think about it? Drop in the comments. It's a bit of a strange kickoff mentality.
It's Olise with the ball out on the right-hand side. And it does look like Bayern, they're straight at opportunity. Oh, that's a good opportunity there, but couldn't quite get control of the ball.
Trevor Wanyoke jumping in and saying this game will be a draw, which means Bayern Munich will get knocked out. Paris Saint-Germain will go on into the final. You asked me the question about what Arsenal are thinking. What do you think that they are thinking now in the first 45 minutes after watching that? What do you think that they will see in that game?
I think they've seen that either of these two teams, there is a way to get at them, particularly Bayern. If Bayern are able to get through this game, they'll have seen the way that PSG started, getting the ball out wide. Look at how well Bukayo Saka played in that game. You get the ball out to him, testing those fullbacks, they've got a chance.
I think Bayern Munich need to do a better job of it. The start of the second half, Jonathan Tah just put the ball out of play a little bit. Poor in their passing, Bayern Munich at times. First 45 minutes in that midfield area, tentative with their passing. There's no conviction behind the passing. This is not the Bayern Munich I know and have been watching this past season. Vincent Kompany will be frustrated with his team. They're not done yet. Still very much in this game. They need to score 2 goals to level it up. They're on the attack right now. Harry Kane playing the ball over the top. It looks like he might have caught Pacho in the head right there. PSG clear the danger. Pacho still down. Referee's going to stop the game because of the collision on the head to Pacho. Kane went to put the ball over the top, studs to the head. Didn't look too bad. Hopefully it's not too bad. Referee stops the game and we're going to take a quick pause. I'll jump back into the comments right here. Would you say, Kylian Mbappe again? Why is everyone talking about Mbappe? He's not here. He's in Madrid. All you Mbappe lovers, Go watch Real Madrid. Pretty soon, if they're not careful, they'll be playing on Thursday nights. Never mind Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Thursday nights.
I don't think Real Madrid have got a game tonight, so stay watching with us, but just keep it quiet in the comments about Mbappe.
Real Madrid Feminine have got a game, that's for sure.
Rofo Silva says Davies needs to be subbed in ASAP. Pace changer. The attacking intent, the pace down those wings, attacking from full-back. I think they should get him on. Got to get him on before 60 minutes. This doesn't look good, though.
Lucky Duck 1-2-3 Antonio. Both teams to score in the second half right now. What do you guys think about that? Can we bring Buckets back in? Both teams to score in the second half. It's 1-0. The Sud curve is jumping crazy. Buckets, we've got there jumping in. A very good bet from Lucky Duck. What do you think? Both teams to score second half.
Sitting at plus 110, which shows you that people think that we are still going to get goals in this fixture from both ends of the pitch. I don't think PSG, my one concern, really have a reason to press at all right now. They're up 2 goals in aggregate. I think until Bayern Munich breaks this loose a little bit, PSG is totally fine in contempt sitting on this 1-0. Not a bad bet, but it depends on how quickly Bayern Munich can get this momentum going once again in the second half.
Hassan Salihamidzic showing on our screen right there, the legend at Bayern Munich, played against him one time, an absolute fruitcake, by the way. Buckets, referee's performance in the first 45 minutes. There were 2 handballs. Christina Unko had mentioned there were reasons why they weren't given as a second yellow or as a penalty kick. What did you think of both of those decisions from the referee?
Well, I am not a professional, and I am definitely a little bit biased. So the one word I will use to describe that reffing performance is disgraceful, Ian. That's what I'm thinking we're doing here. Blatant red card, second rear yellow card, handball, blatant penalty. This game should be 1-1 with the red, but hey, Bayern will still get the job done.
Buckets, we'll check back in with you a little bit later on. Back in the studio, Ian Joy alongside Adam Hunt. Of course, don't forget to watch us a little bit later on, 7 p.m. Eastern on Scoreline. We will break down this game in detail. You'll hear from me a little bit more in detail as to how this game went down. Adam Hunt, obviously the best host we've got. Tell us about this game, Adam, what you're expecting in the second 45 minutes.
Well, I was going to bring you the results from the latest poll that we had. Who's going to advance to the final, PSG or Bayern? 59% for PSG, 41% for Bayern, so almost 60% of people saying PSG. And as time ticks by, you'd have to say that 2-goal deficit starts to look like a mountain to climb for Bayern.
Great comment coming in here from Gerbuff9656. He said, which teammates have you had who were two-faced, who changed their temperament on the field and were the calmest off of it? I'm quietly confident every teammate I had would probably say me.
Let's say you. Let's say you. He was a nutter when he crossed that white line. He was nice in the locker room, and then he went crazy.
Listen, great opportunity for Bayern Munich now to just get back into this game, get possession of the ball and try to start attack this game. Great opportunity for them to get a goal, but they've got to start being better in possession. They can't get out their own half right now. Giving up possession of the ball, PSG starting to slow the game down. We've got Nuno Mendes down off injured. And by the way, Katie, what have we got here?
Back.
Come on, Katie, here we go. Yes, signed Alphonso Davies' jersey. Did Troy Deeney sign it as well? No, just Alphonso Davies signed here. Of course, you can win it. What's the competition, Adam? What do they have to do?
So, what do they have to do? Who is going to be the last goal scorer in the game? So, in normal time, in extra time, or if we go to penalties, who scores the winning penalty? Who scores the final goal in the game? Answers in the comments. And if you are the correct one, you win the jersey.
Great quiz. Great opportunity to win a jersey as well. Signed jersey. Make sure you're available for me on X, because that's the easiest way for me to send it to you. Comment coming in right here from Ashar saying, "Do you think Olise has done enough in this game?" No, he hasn't done enough, and I don't think Bayern Munich have got him the ball enough, Adam, to have an influence in this game. Luis Diaz has had enough of the ball, but he hasn't really done much with it. And when he's had his shots, they've been off target. On the left-hand side, Stanisic breaking forward to Harry Kane, just inside PSG's half. He gives up possession of the ball. Pacho is defending Harry Kane well. Free kick to Bayern Munich. Referee is getting a lot of criticism in our comments right now, but also on social media for his performance. Bayern switch the ball out to the right-hand side. Nuno Mendes wins possession of the ball. It's cleared to Leimer, who goes to the right-hand side to Olise. The aforementioned Olise, 1v1, 1v2. Kvara trying to block him. Olise, top of the box, looking to lay it off. He does so. Luis Diaz, top of the box, trying to take a strike. He can't. He goes out wide to the left-hand side. Stanisic getting forward. Out wide to Kane, inside the penalty area. There's another contact to the ball. ball. It's blocked once again by PSG. They clear the ball.
PSG are defending so resolutely. You have to tip your hat to what Luis Enrique has done in terms of organising this team defensively. They haven't looked like they're going to concede, have they?
I've seen the script. Bayern Munich score within the next 10 minutes of this game. Bayern will score before the 60-minute mark. I've seen the script, and I'm telling you that Bayern Munich will score a goal in the next 10 minutes. IPJ, did you know every attacking opponent's strong foot when you played against them? Yes and no, because 1v1, PSG trying to break forward, ball into no one. Kvara didn't make the run. Bayern back in possession. Olise dropped into midfield, switches the ball out wide. Lucho Diaz goes up against Marquinhos.
Good
Colombia
defending.
against Brazil, good defending. Foul against Marquinhos. To answer your question,
that's a good question
yes,
from Brian
I
there.
did.
You did.
I did. I always did my research on who I was playing against, how old they were, because the younger ones are faster than the ones who are closer to the 30s. Which foot they preferred to go on, so that I knew which side. I always, as a left fullback, never wanted to show someone on their left foot if it was their stronger, because it's much harder to defend. If I did, I would always make sure my centre-back knew that they could come in and help me if they ever got past me.
Did you have a preference, forgetting about foot, did you have a preference of showing them inside or out to the touchline?
Touchline always. Inside, as I just mentioned there, I had support from a centre-back coming in, and also found it much more difficult to stop a cross or to stop a link-up play, a 1-2, if you allow them to come inside. So, yeah, desperately important making sure you understand who you're playing against. Bayern on the attack. Foul. It looks like a head-to-head collision. Marquinhos going up against Harry Kane. That big hooter's taking a bang there at him. Smash to the hooter of Harry Kane. He might be leading the 3 lines, but he might be doing it without a nose.
Harry's hooter.
Harry's hooter.
It has been at the start of the second half and to be honest, the end of the first half, quite a lot of heavy challenges flying in.
Challenges are getting flying in because it means so much though, right? Some of the stats here are absolutely incredible. Kvaratskhelia becomes the first player to register a goal or an assist in 7 consecutive knockout games in the same campaign. Well done to Kvaratskhelia. The difference he's made to PSG is quite remarkable. Adam, take it away.
Aside from Alphonso Davies maybe coming on for Bayern, are there any other changes that you would potentially make? I mean, Lennart Karl, I know he's come back from injury. He's on the bench. They do have some game changes. Not as strong a bench as PSG. Another chance there for Bayern.
Yeah, Pavlovic, top of the box, ball laid off to him, and he side foots it over the top of the crossbar. Vincent Kompany getting a bit nervous here. I'm getting nervous on my 4-goal prediction as well.
Nicholas Jackson, maybe?
Alphonso Davies, number 1. Nico Jackson, because Harry Kane, I will say this, needs a little bit of support, and at some point you've got to take that extra midfielder out. You've got Kimmich and Pavlovic playing together in midfield. At some point, you've got to give that up so you can advance with another player going forward. Sofanov has just put the ball out of play from the goal kick right there, Adam's best mate. Rafa Guerreiro on the left-hand side can also help in a left wing position, but you're not taking Luis Diaz off, you're not taking Olise off, and you're not taking Kane off. I will say this though, Jamal Musiala needs to get involved in this game. He's not doing anything. Credit to PSG, but how quiet has he been?
He's been quiet, though, but he had those couple of chances, one particularly good chance that forced a save, and it was a great save from Safanov just before half-time. So he has had the opportunity. He's probably had better opportunities than Olise so far. Yeah,
we have a number of people jumping in. IPJ, aren't you the long-lost brother of Thomas Müller, or aren't you German? Ich kann auch ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen, wann du willst, aber ich bin kein Deutscher. Ich bin Amerikaner, geboren in San Diego. Do you know what I said, Adam?
You were born in San Diego.
Correct. Also, the commenter said that you looked like Thomas Müller. Just wanted to relay that to you, not me. At the same time, Bayern Munich struggling here. I'm going to throw it out there. Bayern will still score a goal in the next 5 minutes of this game. I can see the momentum starting to come. PSG on the attack, 3v2. Just as I say that, out wide to Doué. Doué, 1v1 against Joshua Kimmich. Goes to the right-hand side. He's closed down. Neuer with the save. Right at the goalkeeper. Good play, PSG. Dangerous on the counter, Adam.
Dangerous on the counter, and that's exactly how they scored the first goal early on. On the counter-attack, getting the ball out wide. It was through Kvara to score the goal. That one was through Doué. But they've got so much danger going forward.
By the way, Pacho's looked really good today along that back line for Paris Saint-Germain. Marquinhos at times a little bit out of position, covering for Pacho, but Pacho's timing of his challenges excellent today.
Honestly, if I was giving players ratings so far out of 10, I'd be giving all of the defenders from PSG 10.
Kvara, 1v1, takes it past Upamecano. He takes a shot. Another save by Manuel Neuer. A cute angle, save on the line from Neuer. Kick save, a little bit like a hockey goalkeeper right there, away from danger. I think they need to get Stanisic off the pitch very quick. He's been poor.
Latest poll in the chat, is Bayern's season successful with a loss tonight? Yes or no?
Chance for Bayern Munich on the right-hand side. Michael Olise, 1v1 against Mendes. Fabian Ruiz trying to back him up. Passing behind. Harry Kane tries to get there. Pacho again. Fabulous defending. the Russian Sofa, Safonov,
Good
comes out
goalkeeping.
and makes another big-time save. What is it about the goalkeeper that you like so much, though? Honest question.
I don't. I feel like this has become a bit, but
It is a bit.
I think he's done well. I think, you know, this is a guy who's not particularly experienced at this level. Remember, he's only got into the team because Chevalier got injured. He's had his opportunity, but he's stepping up in these big occasions. I think we have to tip our hat to that. This isn't a guy who's, you know, when you're thinking of the great goalkeepers in European football, you're not immediately going to Safonov.
Yeah.
And he's played pretty well so far in the Champions League semi-final.
Bayern Munich on the left-hand side. Luis Diaz picks up the possession of the ball. The Colombian goes 1v1. Zaire Emery, he's inside Emery. He looks for the 1-2. He gets it back. And again, Zaire Emery, great recovery in defending. I want to get to this comment right here from Gerberbuff 9656. The worst tie I've seen in a long time are those stars with dots. I don't know if you can get a close-up here in the camera of this tie, but the reason why I wore this tie is so that people pay close attention to the tie and actually the pin that's on here as well. Mental Health Awareness Month. Make sure you pay attention to that one right there. Be kind out there on social media, including stupid comments like that.
Yeah,
Love
I like
to
the
everybody
tie.
out there.
I like the tie. I'd wear
Thanks,
that.
mate. Yeah. Now you've seen a closer up, I'm sure you'll change your opinion. But everybody out there, look after your mental health. It is Mental Health Awareness Month, and social media, not necessarily always the kindest of places, Adam Hunt. We do a pretty good job considering some of the crazy comments we get.
Certainly not with comments like that about your tie. Lovely
Thanks,
tie.
mate. Thanks,
what did you think about the poll? Is Bayern's season successful with a loss tonight, yes or no?
No, Bayern's still successful. Winning the Bundesliga. We asked this question on Scoreline yesterday, right? 7 p.m. Eastern tonight if you want to watch it. Bayern on the attack. Olise, top of the box. He's looking for an option. PSG win possession, nicking the ball. Vitinha, they start a counter-attack. Away comes that Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side. He plays it forward. Bayern win possession of the ball. Jonathan Tah as they go. Now, listen, Bayern Munich winning the Bundesliga is the most important thing for them, Adam. They win the Bundesliga, they're happy. 1v1, Luis Diaz going up against Zaire Emery. Again, he gets past him. He cuts the ball back. Harry Kane's not there. Jamal Musiala is ahead of Harry Kane. Harry Kane's going searching for the ball now, which is not always a good thing, I think, for Bayern Munich.
Still haven't created a really clear-cut opportunity, have they?
Well, my 60 minutes are almost up, and my predictions today have been absolutely out the hat. We have not had a shot on target from Bayern Munich in the second half. 2 on target from PSG. They've looked very good. Our producer Courtney's in my ear talking about PSG's defending. As they're defending Michael Olise inside the penalty area. Left foot looking for the strike. Musiala, top of the box. Plays it out wide. Opportunity to get it back. Kimmich hits the referee with the ball. Get out of the way, referee. Stops the game. Referee, man. Always about the referee. Why is it always about the referee?
Why did he stop it either? Just let it play on.
No, if it's the referee, you got to stop the game now.
Oh.
Yep. Pamecano in possession. The ball goes out wide to Joshua Kimmich. Take it away, Adam.
Well, the point I was going to make was, obviously, the big difference for Bayern this game compared to last game, Musiala trying to keep it in, but doesn't manage to. PSG win the ball again, is that, you know, I know they lost the game in the first leg, but they were able to score 4 goals. Today, they haven't found a way through PSG. Is that because of PSG's top quality defending or a lack of cutting edge from Bayern Munich, do you think?
I don't know. Honestly, I think that cutting edge has been a problem for Bayern Munich, right, in this game.
They're the top scorers in the competition. Oh, you mean in this game?
PSG are top goal scorers in the competition. Now they're at 44 goals. Bayern have scored 42. I do think that Bayern score a goal in this game. I'm desperately disappointed they haven't already, because I think we would have got a thriller. It would have been 1-1 in the first half. It would have been a thriller. But I'm so impressed with the way PSG
You're saying that's more good defending from PSG as opposed to Bayern not really
I
being...
think PSG are so compact, making it frustrating. I just don't know how you stop Bayern Munich scoring goals, right? They've scored in every single game they've played in. So I don't know how you stop this this Bayern Munich scoring. But PSG have done a great job up to this point. Credit goes into João Neves for dropping back. Zaire Emery, makeshift right back. Hakimi out injured. They're doing a great job up to this point. 30 minutes left to play. PSG 1-0 up against Bayern Munich. 6-4 on aggregate. I want to jump into the comments right here. Who are the reporters? I've never heard of them. That one comes in from William Almeida. Who are you?
I'm Adam Hunt / Xabi Alonso / Thomas Muller.
Yeah, there you go.
Who are you?
Ian Joy / Killer / yes. You can watch me on Scoreline every single night. Chance from distance shot, obviously disappointing from Stanisic. Wrong person, wrong place. You can watch me on Scoreline with Adam Hunt at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight on the Champions League. You can also watch us at 5 p.m. Eastern almost every single night, especially after those big games across the European domestic
highlight
leagues
show in football.
Well.
Highlight show in football.
Probably the best show in football, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Just throwing it out there. Also, I played 14 years professionally. Just want to say, play in England.
And I didn't play 14 years professionally.
But you did sideline, didn't you?
Yeah.
You've probably done 1,000 of those.
Oh, yeah.
Though,
I've been to a lot of games, but I never got on the pitch.
Yeah, but you've interviewed Sir Alex?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Arsene Wenger?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Who are you, by the way? Jump back in the comments and let us know who you are. You know who we are now, by the way, as well. All right, let's get back to the game. Nonsense comments, go away. Let's get into Paris Saint-Germain. They're in possession of the ball, just about to enter. Bayern Munich has nutmeg Zaire Emery. He gets past. He's going 1v1 against Stanisic, trying to get him behind Stanisic. Opportunity to cross it. He goes all the way back to his teammate, and that is Desiree Doué. He keeps possession of the ball.
I thought
well played, PSG.
This was a good comment from David Perez, CI9IJ. If
Yep.
Bayern goes out, does it scupper Harry Kane's chances of winning the Ballon d'Or?
Who's coming on? Who's coming on? Alphonso Davies is coming on. As we predicted, you can win his jersey if you get him as last goal scorer or someone else's last goal as well. Go ahead, Adam.
What do you think? If Bayern go out, does that scupper Kane's chances of winning the Ballon d'Or? It doesn't matter.
I think it's a great talking point, but if Harry Kane wins the World Cup and he scores, 13 goals in the Champions League, it's quite impressive. So he's still got a chance of winning it, I think. Great throw from the goalkeeper there, by the way, right to the middle, where, of course, Zaire Emery picks up possession of the ball. João Neves doing a great job pushing forward. Vitinha's sitting in front of the back line. João Neves sitting in front of the back line. Nowhere for Bayern to go. PSG slowing the game down. Excellent football. They're doing a great job here. Do you like the substitution of Alphonso Davies coming onto the pitch? PSG on the attack here. That is Doué. Great challenge from Stanisic. Clears the danger. Here go Bayern.
Good defending again. And I think maybe Vincent Kompany's got a stream of this on the touchline, because we said, didn't we, about 60 minutes, you've got to bring Alphonso Davies in. And what are we, 63 minutes? And he's come into the game. I think it's the right plays. The more attacking fullback, you need a bit of flair going forward. We saw that from him in the first half of the first leg. I know he made a mistake to concede a goal, but ultimately you're bringing him on to win the game because you're 2 goals down.
Yeah.
At this stage, you're going out the Champions League.
I just think that Alphonso Davies is a different maker, right? He's the one that can change the game himself. Obviously, Canadian international Jesse Marsch, so happy to have him in his roster. Look forward to having him hopefully healthy. And maybe that's what Bayern Munich are trying to do as well. Let's not forget, he has been struggling with hamstring injuries. Speaking of hamstrings, here goes Desiree Doué, 1v1 going against Jonathan Tah. Gets the shot away. What a save. Far post. Great save by Manuel Neuer to clear the danger. By the way, Manuel Neuer's made some unbelievable saves. That is now save number 5 on the day from Manuel Neuer. And every single one of them, Adam, have been excellent saves. That's a big chance.
Great save. We did say, didn't we, on Scoreline yesterday, how important this game was going to be for the goalkeepers. Neuer didn't really have a particularly good first leg, did make some mistakes in that game. He's been very good in this one.
It looks like Dembele's coming off the field. Barcola's coming on. Dembele gets the goal here. Phenomenal. By the way, let's talk about Paris Saint-Germain and Luis Enrique, what they've done. They have rested players in their domestic league. They can afford to do that. Dembele's now being rested for the second half here. He's getting ready for Arsenal already. Do you like this substitution from Luis Enrique?
I'm a bit surprised that he's bringing Dembele off. I don't disagree with bringing Barcola on. He has had a huge impact this season, particularly off the bench. He's a great player. He's going to be starring for France at the World Cup this summer, you would think. But 64 minutes bringing off Ousmane Dembele, is that a sign of overconfidence? I mean, if Bayern get the next goal and get back into the game, is he going to rue that decision if we go potentially into extra time?
PSG on the corner kick, cleared away from Bayern Munich, goes back out wide. Bayern look like they're going to defend this one. To answer your question, I think Bradley Barcola is another one that somewhat struggled after having such a successful year last year with fatigue. And I think that Luis Enrique has managed his team. He's rotated his team perfectly, given players a rest, given young players an opportunity to get into the team, and also make sure that they're fresh when it comes to the business end. Compare the stats last year, 21 goals, 18 assists for Bradley Barcola across all competitions. They competed in 58 games, which is absolutely ridiculous. This year, 12 goals, 8 assists. And I think that's down to management. PSG on the attack right here on the left-hand side. It looks to me like they're in behind Nuno Mendes. He cuts it back and is blocked out by Upamecano. This is getting edgy. Bayern are absolutely going for it, leaving themselves vulnerable to PSG on the counter-attack here, Adam Hunt.
The issue for Bayern as well is they know, particularly as they're 2 goals down, 6-4 in aggregate to the French team, that one mistake and they're finished. Because I think 3 goals would be too much of a mountain to climb with, 66 minutes on the clock. So they know they have to be perfect at the back. They can't make a mistake anymore.
Peach Blossom jumping into the comments and saying, I thought this game would have more goals. We all? I mean, why would you not? There was 9 in the first half. Chance here, Luis Diaz, 1v1, gets on the right-hand side, looks for his effort. He cuts back. He's not closed down. PSG sitting deep. He's trying to get a strike away. He doesn't. He goes wide to Leimer on the right-hand side. Back to Joshua Kimmich, top of the box. He's looking for a space. There's none. Back out to Leimer. I think that's what PSG are doing well. They're getting the players in possession of the ball, the weaker, talented players around the penalty area possession of the ball, cross into a dangerous position, and that's what Bayern are doing. Dangerous position, no one attacks the ball, chance gone, great defending, PSG, remarkable. This is unbelievable to watch.
Here comes Alphonso Davies, but they're being forced to make those kind of balls, aren't they? They're not getting close enough to the goal. They're not able to get the ball into the box and Harry Kane being there. They're being forced to play, you know, that was just a hopeful shot, wasn't it?
Yeah. Kim Min-jae coming on as well for Bayern Munich. Davies goes out. Was it Jonathan Tah that went out there? Producer Courtney said something in my ear. What did you say about hamstrings there, Producer Courtney? Let me know so I can let the viewers know as well. Nuno Mendes struggling with a hamstring.
Couple of hamstrings.
What is that about left backs and hamstrings?
PSG players and hamstrings, because Hakimi, he was playing in the first leg and he's out, injured his hamstring.
Yeah.
Common problem in modern football.
There's just so many games played in modern football right now. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Too many games in our beautiful game? Is the product suffering? Obviously, second leg after a 9-goal thriller, we're seeing less action in front of goal. A tactical, unbelievable performance from PSG. But is this game done? Let us know in the comments. Do you think Bayern Munich get back into it? Lucho Diaz, 1v1 against Marquinhos. He's going to take him on, and he runs past him. Marquinhos does well defensively, and there's a second body there, and that looked like Zaire Emery again getting back. Now he's going up against Davies. Davies beats him, gets him behind, cuts the ball back. Lucho Diaz with the shot, saved by Safanov. Good save by the PSG goalkeeper. Bayern on the hunt here, Adam.
This has been a great passage of play from Bayern, attacking down the left through Luis Diaz. Alphonso Davies getting up on the overlap and getting the ball into the box, but wasn't able to get quite enough power on the shot to get it past Safanov, who produced a good save, and Bayern just resetting now here. Let's go back
Brian
to
Eckner, hold on. Look at Brian Eckner's comment right there. Enrique said he wasn't changing anything, but clearly he did.
He did, yeah, he did. He's defensively, I think this has been such a resolute performance from PSG defensively. They haven't looked like they're going to concede a goal. And, I mean, 68 minutes on the clock now, 69 minutes. Would you say they're going to concede?
I think that Paris Saint-Germain still concede. I don't think they stop Bayern Munich scoring goals at them. I just don't. I've seen this team. I've watched them for 15 years of my life. I don't know, 20 years of my life now, aging myself here. Bayern always find a way to get a goal. And if they get one, this game's going to be unbelievable all the way to the finish. Olise, 1v1, goes on the left-hand side, get on his left foot, strike. Safanov with another save. Not a good enough strike from Olise. Not into the corner. Straight at the goalkeeper. Let's bring our betting expert, John Bucketsheimer. Hey, John Bucketsheimer. I hear yesterday you had a bit of a problem. We had a mistake with the name yesterday. Was it Jimmy?
Jimmy? Yeah, nobody at the Golazo studio knows my name. Nico called me Jimmy Buckets, and then Nigel Rear-Coker goes, Jimmy, it's great to meet you. And then I just had to accept it. You know, I'm Jimmy now. You can call me whatever you want, but if you're going to call me whatever you want, but call Bayern Munich and tell them to wake up. 70 minutes, 0 corner kicks. We're finally getting some shots on target, but this has just been a tough watch, Ian. I'm not having fun here.
All right, Jimmy, just give us an opportunity of trying to make some money on this game between now and the end. There's 21 minutes left to play of regular time. Bayern Munich are losing by 1-0, 6-4 in aggregate. Bayern, I still feel, have an opportunity of getting back into the tie. If they can get a goal, they could potentially tie it up. But PSG are playing this game magnificently. Doué gets him behind, looks to cut it back. He doesn't. Kim Min-jae is there to clear the defence. Well done, Bayern Munich. Here comes Musiala. Here comes Kim Min-jae. He's quick. In behind goes Pacho.
Clumsy.
Clears it. By the way, Pacho. Man of the match for me, Pacho. Unbelievable so far. Buckets, where do you make money in this game so far? Come on.
I'm getting dangerously close to just betting. The live both teams to score right now, Ian, is -130. The last time Bayern Munich didn't score at home was March 30th, 2024 in the Bundesliga against Borussia Dortmund. And right now, the books are saying they might not get even a goal against PSG. It's got to happen. I do not believe that Bayern Munich gets shut out at home. Where I'm making money at this point is just betting for them to score a goal. I keep having to drop my line, but I don't know how else you want to bet this game at this point.
We got Ryan Sismatos jumping in and saying, shout out to the graphics on this watch along. We appreciate our graphics team at the Golazo Network doing a great job. Chompster jumping in and saying, sports betting is so lame, promoting gambling to an audience that will statistically only be on the losing side. The betting insight y'all provide only signal and harm. Chance for Kvara, wide. Neuer had it covered at the near post right there. It was Doué with the chance. Make sure we get the names right. We're going to scream in my ear. I have an opportunity here to get back to that comment right there, Buckets. Sports betting, although it is absolutely everywhere, it's not for everyone. And we do promote betting responsibly. All we're trying to do is have some fun. And when you've got Buckets who hit 15 out of 20, think again, people. Just follow the ones who know.
Follow the ones who know, but a reminder that you always... do have to bet responsibly, and that's why we're advocating for that. We're saying, hey, if you don't want to do it, you never have to. Enjoy the game, enjoy the energy that IPJ and Adam Hunt bring along to it.
Chance
But if you
Elise!
wanna have-
Chance! Take it away, Buckets!
Please. But if you want to have a little bit of fun, and I don't know how we could promote this, Ian, but Alphonso Davies' next goal scorer right now, plus 4,500. I mean, is there something else going on with Davies that we could talk about? Maybe behind the scenes, maybe for a giveaway, something like that? I'm just trying to think what's going on with Davies right now.
I feel like we've got a jersey to promote right here as Bayern Munich on the counter-attack again. Signed Alphonso Davies jersey.
At the moment, anyone who's guessed Dembele, you could be right. We said the last goal scorer in the game wins the jersey, whether it's normal time, extra time, or penalties. And right now, anyone who's guessed Dembele, you're winning that jersey.
But the competition's not done. Just throw our name out there. In the comments right now, throw a name. You win an Alphonso Davies jersey. Who's going to score the next goal? That could be the last goal in this game. Lucho Diaz crosses the ball into the back post. Harry Kane not on the end of it. Second half has been pretty disappointing for Harry Kane. Not involved in this game. Credit to PSG for that as well, by the way. PSG defending Harry Kane, I think, impeccably well. Marquinhos doing a good job, but Pacho, phenomenal.
I think this is turning out exactly as Luis Enrique hoped. You mentioned the change of tactics. He's tightened it up defensively. They've looked spectacular at the back so far and have managed to keep it to a clean sheet after 72, 73 minutes, although Bayern Munich have got an opportunity there, turned behind for a corner by PSG at the back. I think PSG have defensively been very solid. They created their opportunity, albeit early on, and scored their goal. They'll be happy with a 1-0 win.
Great opportunity for Bayern Munich with Michael Olise trying to get forward. It's cleared once again at the near post by Pacho. Corner kick to Bayern Munich. Olise with the cross into a dangerous position. Safanov comes out to claim it, punches it. Back out to the other side. It looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Bayern Munich. Alphonso Davies in the game now. Fabulous to see him out there. Fabulous to see him back healthy ahead of the World Cup. He's going to be huge for Canada this World Cup.
It's going to be an absolutely monstrous summer for him. He has had an awful record with injuries. I thought it was touch and go as to whether he would make it to the World Cup after the most recent injury. But great to see him back in a Bayern Munich shirt, playing in a game as big as this, because as you said, he's got magic in his feet, can turn a game, and to be trying to do that in the summer for Canada at the World Cup in front of his home fans. As we've got PSG on the attack, Bradley Barcola, but he was up against 3 Bayern Munich defenders, including Alphonso Davies, who managed to shut him out.
Bayern Munich in the second period have had 173, 80% successful passes, and PSG only 54 passes. They've gone into a defensive structure. They're looking to shut up shop here. And at this moment in time, it is working. They are frustrating the Munich faithful. We're watching the supporters right now. Hopefully you're watching the game as well as this watch along. It's 1-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. We're 75 minutes into this game. PSG 6-4 on aggregate. What an opportunity to go through. Manuel Neuer, last goal coming in from Jack D. Bear. You think he has an opportunity? Penalty kicks,
Well,
right?
that's what I was going to say. It's probably only going to happen from either a penalty or potentially a last-minute header if he comes up for a corner.
I wonder if Manuel Neuer ever scored a goal in his career. You think he did?
I don't remember.
I don't remember him ever scoring a goal.
I don't even remember him taking a penalty. But in the chat, tell us, did Manuel Neuer ever score a goal?
PSG on the attack. Kvaratskhelia, top of the box, blocked by Bayern Munich. Defensively, it falls out to Desiree Doué. Gets it on his left foot. He's looking for the shot, far post. He goes near post.
That was
and
close.
Manuel Neuer didn't even move, and it just missed that near post.
That was very, very close.
Wow.
I think a lot closer than Manuel Neuer thought it was, because he wasn't able to dive. It went the way that he didn't expect, and it struck the water bottle that he had just on the other side of the post. That was not far away.
Des jumping in and saying Olise to score the next goal. Manuel Neuer last goal from Jack, as you just saw. We've got Mbappe, top 1 goal scorer in this UCL. Kane, last goal from Ian Meher. Musiala, last goal from Matt Brendeza. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Shout out to production. They're enjoying a great watch along as well. That one comes in from Ryan. YouTube poll. Adam Hunt, take it away.
If Bayern's season is successful, if this result holds, you said yes, and 59% of our viewers that are watching along with us here on YouTube agree. 59% they say yes, 41% no. And I agree with you. I think if you win what's the reference point in German football? If you're a big team like Bayern, you've got to win the Bundesliga. If you win the Champions League, that's great. But ultimately, you've got to win your domestic competition.
Luca Hernandez just coming on for Paris Saint-Germain right there. They made a couple of substitutions. I didn't see who the second one there. I'll get that to you as soon as I possibly can. Lucas Beraldo is the other one who come on. Fabian Ruiz goes off, and Desiree Doué went off. Excellent performance from Desiree Doué, by the way. Picking up possession of the ball, running at defences. Didn't really cause too many problems, but at the same time was always somewhat of a threat picking up possession of the ball. He frustrated Bayern defensively. So good performance without actually doing much.
I'm going to make a comparison, and perhaps this is a little bit unfair, but so far are we seeing a similar performance from Bayern that we saw from Atletico at the Emirates in last night's game? Not really creating that much.
Good point. Not creating enough in this game, although they have had 3 shots on target in the second half. They're getting a bit better and a little bit closer. I'll jump to the statistics for everybody out there so you understand. As Musiala goes at this PSG backline, he's looking to get the 1-2. He gets it back, and it looks like Harry Kane's inside the penalty area against Marquinhos. He's now outside the penalty area going to the left-hand side. Davies picks up possession of the ball. 35 yards out, drops it back off to Kimmich. Bayern nowhere to go. PSG solid defensively. Goes back to Davies. Davies out wide, plays it into Harry Kane. He's in the penalty area. Marquinhos closes him down. Look at the movement, Adam, from this PSG backline. Every single one of them know their role.
Look at the movement, but look how many PSG players are behind the ball.
Every player.
2, 3. I mean, there's basically 10 men behind the ball here. They are defending this with their lives.
PSG have had a couple of opportunities themselves. This is going to be a free kick awarded to Paris Saint-Germain by the referee. Bayern Munich unhappy. Luis Diaz picks up the yellow card for dissent. And Bayern getting frustrated. We're 13 minutes away from Paris Saint-Germain making it to a final. Adam Hunt, take it away.
Comment coming in. Let Nicholas Jackson come out and score a goal right away. I think you said it earlier on in the game. Harry Kane needs a little bit more support up there going forward. And Michael Olise, so far, has been relatively quiet.
Harry Kane's performance, 40 touches of the ball. Harry Kane's shots on target, 0. Shots off target, 0. Very disappointing. Luka Hernandez asking for the yellow card's always a risky game. Michael Olise, 79 touches of the ball, 78% pass accuracy.
If you ask, ye shall receive. Jamal Musiala heads out. Nicholas Jackson coming on.
Musiala over the 2 legs, not good enough.
Not good enough. He did have a couple of opportunities, didn't he, towards the end of this first half, but other than that, over the 90 minutes last week, and what we've seen so far here, 78 or so minutes, didn't create too many chances.
Kvara 1v1, Kvara 1v1. And it's saved by Neuer, not a clean strike. 1v1 under a bit of pressure from Kim Min-jae. And Neuer, I don't know if he made the save or if it was just a bad effort from Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. He should have scored, right?
How did he miss that? We're going to see the replay now. He was through. He
missed the ball.
He had the beating.
He misses the ball. Just doesn't hit it. He whiffs the ball.
But then scuffed the ball and allowed Min-jae to get back and defend it.
That was the tie right there. If he scores, game's done.
That, see you later. 3-goal deficit with 79 minutes on the clock.
Paris Saint-Germain on a corner kick now after the opportunity. Kim Min-jae put the ball out of play. PSG on the corner kick. It looks like Vitinha is going to take this corner kick. By the way, Vitinha once again in possession of the ball. Simply unbelievable. He created 3 chances in that first half for Paris Saint-Germain. 38 touches of the ball, 87% pass completion. He's now created 4 chances. His corner kick into the box. PSG top of the box is played back out wide to Vitinha on the clearance. Bayern failed to clear it. Vitinha with the cross into a dangerous position. Overhit to the back post. Kvicha picks up possession of the ball. Kvaratskhelia goes 1v1 against Leimer on the right foot. Dukes him, goes to the left foot, puts it to the near post. It's cleared by Bayern Munich. It's a corner kick. Excellent job, João Neves.
Great stat from our stats team just into my ear, and good work, everybody. If PSG score 1 more goal, they equal the record for the most number of goals in a single season in the Champions League, which would be 45.
Yeah, 45 goals.
So they won off that.
We have more games, and I would also add that Paris Saint-Germain played a playoff game as well this year. Let's not forget that compared to other teams that are in the competition. So I get it, go back to the Golden Boot. Do goals in the playoff count for Golden Boot winners as well, or no?
I think that, well, they
must do,
right?
They
got to do. Yeah, they're a competitive
So then
game.
if you're getting punished then for being successful in the group stage and not having 2 extra games to be able to score goals in, I guess.
B.J, winner of this game, wins the Champions League trophy. Do you agree? We said that it does pre-game.
Let me actually come back at you as Bayern going in the attack here. Does this type of a performance change your mind in any way, though? I would say Arsenal against this Paris Saint-Germain have a better chance.
For me, it does. We said this at the end of the first half, and I'll stick with it towards the end of the second half as well. I think Arsenal will have watched this game and thought, OK, this was a great performance from PSG. They did the job that they needed to do, but they will have seen just some little elements of the game that they'll maybe be able to focus on in Budapest to have a chance.
Chance for Davies. He goes left. He wins a free kick, top of the box. It's at an acute angle. Remember, we saw in the Parc des Princes where there was a free kick from Joshua Kimmich that was scored from Upamecano. This one's a little bit closer to goal. Maybe we see an opportunity to go for goal. They made a substitution there, bringing Musiala off the field, Bayern Munich. And of course, if you look at what they've got out there still right now, they've still got Harry Kane, Lucho Diaz, Olise, Kimmich, Pavlovic. They've now thrown Alphonso Davies on. They've now brought on Kim Min-jae and Nico Jackson. They're going for it. Joshua Kimmich on the free kick. Adam, what are we seeing?
I think he's going to put this ball into the box. He is at a position where he's got a choice. Is he going to shoot? Is he going to shoot? Is he going to just chip it in? I think he's more likely to put this in for a header. Oh, but again...
Game was stopped before the free kick was taken. This will be retaken for Joshua Kimmich. Just to answer your question right there, he's not that guy, Joshua Kimmich. He's not the guy who's going to try and go for a goal.
Yeah.
He's always going to play the safer pass.
But what I'm saying is that's a position where sometimes, particularly if you've got a really, really good free kick taker
Why wouldn't
in
Harry
your team,
Kane take that?
Someone like a Harry Kane, that you would take it and go for goal.
He's going to cross it in. Kimmich with the cross. It's a great cross. Safanov, another brilliant goalkeeping stop right there from Safanov.
This is a Safanov.
Not great in the first leg.
Punching.
When Adam Hunt supported him, he's been even better in the second leg. Adam Hunt, an even bigger supporter. I'm not sure if he's a supporter of his performance or of his dodgy moustache. Anyway, left-hand side, Luis Diaz, 1v1 against Zaire Emery. He's played well, Zaire Emery, against Lucho Diaz. Goes back to Kimmich. He's inside to Alphonso Davies. Bayern got nowhere to go here, Adam. They're just passing the ball around. PSG are moving the ball because Bayern have got nowhere to go, so they're moving it themselves.
You're 10 minutes away from going out of the Champions League. You've got to have a bit more cutting edge. This is just such a
they've won the ball in a dangerous position. They play the ball forward. It's 1v1 shot from distance, and the ball is cleared. That was a big opportunity. Nuno Mendes and shot it from distance. Don't know what he was doing right there. Let's go to John Bucketsheimer. Closing minutes of this game. We are 7 minutes away from Paris Saint-Germain achieving success. They are going to a Champions League final, back-to-back seasons. They, of course, won it last year against Inter Milan. Buckets, what you got for us here? We're in the closing stages of the game. I still think there is a little bit to be offered there if Bayern do get a goal, but at this moment in time, I would say bettors are probably better staying away. Can't hear you. Open the mic.
Can't hear me.
Gotcha.
There you are. There he is.
Whoa. Okay. Sometimes the best bet you can place is just not betting at all here. I would stay off of this game for the last 10 minutes. And I'm not just saying that as a very upset Bayern Munich fan. The one thing I would look at is maybe an Arsenal future at this point. If Arsenal's got to be licking their lips watching this game, ecstatic to see that teams can shut down these attacks. I'm frustrated here, guys. But from a betting perspective, I think I'm just watching as a fan for the last 10 minutes.
Buckets, do Bayern Munich get a goal? And if they get a goal, where are they getting this goal from? Because at this moment in time, Harry Kane's in possession of the ball, top of the box. It looks like he's looking for a free kick. Referee says no, but eventually it looks like he's been given a free kick against him. PSG win the free kick. Kane, frustrated, is letting his feelings known. It's the 84th minute of this game. Where's the goal coming from, Buckets?
I don't think it's coming, Ian, if I'm being honest. I know beginning of the game I was, saying 4 or 5 is going to be this crazy game. PSG has done something that I've not seen a team do for a very long time. I mean, Bayern scored 2+ goals in 23 of their last 24 matches against Real Madrid in both legs, against Atalanta in both legs. But they're getting no touches in the box. They're doing nothing right now, and I don't think the goal's coming at this point. I hope I'm wrong.
The 18-year-old Lennart Karl has just come off the bench. He has replaced Upamecano. This is an offensive-minded decision to make. They have seen him score 9 goals, 6 assists.
Imagine, Ian, and imagine Buckets if Lennart Karl was able to score a goal that potentially kept them in this. I mean, he's been obviously wonderful this season. Yeah. This has been the breakout season for Lennart Karl. But this is his chance to shine, isn't it?
Mayulu comes on for Nuno Mendes. Producer Courtney had mentioned a hamstring. He looks like he's okay. He's somewhat limping a little bit there, but what a performance from Nuno Mendes. Probably should have scored on the counter-attack right there. Buckets, thank you very much. We will come back to you in just a minute as we expect something to happen between now and the end of the game. It has to. Bayern Munich are almost out of the competition. 1 goal's not good enough. Bayern Munich need 2 goals to stay in this tie. PSG are now putting high pressure on Adam Hunt. This has been a phenomenal tactical performance from Luis Enrique's side.
I think you've got to give Luis Enrique 10 out of 10 if he's able to shut this down over the next 5 or so minutes. For them to hold on and win 1-0. They scored the goal they needed to do early on, calm the nerves, and defensively they've been absolutely wonderful. Bayern Munich have been kept quiet at the Allianz Arena, which they haven't been all season.
Ridiculous. Bayern Munich scoring goals in pretty much every single game they've played this season across all competitions, and of course recently been a little bit suspect defensively. We're caught up by Ousmane Dembele to get the only goal in this game. Remember, you can win a jersey, a signed jersey, if you get Dembele as the top goal scorer or the last goal scorer in this game. The competition's still alive, by the way. Drop your name in the hat right now if you want a chance to win that jersey. Kimmich in possession of the ball inside Bayern Munich's half. PSG putting high pressure on right now. Ball goes out wide to the aforementioned Alphonso Davies. He goes 1v1, gets past, I don't know who that is, Zaire Emery, and he recovered well, Zaire Emery, and the ball goes over the line. It is a goal kick. Zaire Emery, by the way.
What a game. And also, coming into this game, remember that he's changed his position because of the injury to Hakimi. So he's moved back to fullback rather than playing midfield as he did in the first leg.
Yeah.
I thought he's been better in defence than he was in midfield.
Good point. I thought he was good in the first leg, but also this type of a performance is needed, especially when you're missing some sort of a leader, a talisman in Hakimi. This is an outstanding performer right here. Someone disagrees with you.
Comment from Skibbity Toilet says Carl won't change the game.
A skibbity, skibbity, skibbity boo, skibbity boo, skibbity boo, skibbity boo, skibbity. Opportunity for Bayern Munich to get possession of the ball inside their own half. They've won the ball back. They go back to Manuel Neuer. Closing stages of the game. 3 minutes of regular time is left. No idea how much stoppage time will be played. A lot of substitutions. Ball goes forward from Alphonso Davies. What a touch from Luis Diaz.
Ball.
1v1 against Marquinhos. He gets on the right foot. He gets the strike away. No, he lays it off to Leonard Carl. Shot from Carl is blocked. There's Leimer with the shot. It's also blocked. They're asking for a penalty kick. They're not going to get it. The referee doesn't like handball, apparently. Bayern Munich feel hard done by. PSG are on the counter-attack here, Adam.
It was a very powerful shot from Leimer, but they've got to be careful here because PSG are on the counter-attack. They've got men over. Ball clipped out to the left
1v1.
by Kvara to Barcola. He's got a 1v1. It's cut inside. That's a great save.
Wow.
From Manuel Neuer, keeping Bayern Munich alive.
It is 6 saves now for Manuel Neuer. Remember, he conceded 5 goals in the first leg and never made a single save. That is 6 saves now. Shot close enough that you would expect Neuer.
That was going in.
It was going in, but one you would expect him to save. Here's a look at the earlier opportunity. Leonard Carl with the shot is blocked. Actually hits his own player, Elise. Konrad Leimer with the shot, and it hits the hands once again. I can't say it. João Neves with the hand. There's nothing he can do about it.
I know there's nothing he can do about it, but we've seen them given.
Last game.
The last game we had that. What is going on? Like, this is the thing with modern refereeing, the VAR, all the rest of it. It's got to be consistent. It's not consistent.
I mean, I'm looking at a defensive point of view. Like, there's nothing you can do if the ball's hit at you like that.
Matt Holden, this Scottish man is so intense.
Of course I'm intense, mate. I'm watching Bayern Munich in the semi-final. Second leg, chance for Barcola, top of the box. It's gone.
This Scottish man is Ian Paul Joy, star of stage and screen.
Can I correct everybody out there? I'm actually an American, born in California, in case you couldn't tell by the accent. Opportunity for Elise on the right-hand side, 1v1. He tucks back inside. He looks to lay the ball off. He crosses it into a dangerous position. Marquinhos, good performance from him, clears the danger.
Time again, Ian. They're just doing the same play. If at first you don't succeed, if you keep trying the same thing, it's probably not going to succeed the next time. They're just getting the ball out wide, putting hopeful balls in the box, and no one's on the end of it. PSG is seeing this coming.
Nico Jackson with the cross. Harry Kane cannot get on the end of it. Ball goes away from danger. Marquinhos starting to celebrate and cheering now with the PSG fans.
Mike VR9LN, you are spitting the truth. BM, Bayern Munich, laid an egg. Incredibly awful performance. You have to say, for me, this is so similar to what Atletico Madrid did in North London last night. They've done nothing.
Jamal Musiala's performance here, 0 goals, 0 assists, chances created, 0 big chances created, 0 key passes, 0 through balls in this game against Paris Saint-Germain. He's got 4 goals and assists or goal contributions in 25 matches in Champions League knockout rounds. Maybe the Champions League knockout rounds is not for Jamal Musiala, but it's not just him today. It's been a team performance. But listen, Bayern Munich didn't turn up, right? But Paris Saint-Germain have been so good defensively. I never expected this tactical performance. I can't remember who it was that asked me earlier on about PSG, how would they approach this game? And I said, they got to attack. They only know how to attack. I've never seen this from PSG before. I've never seen this type of a performance. This is a tactical masterclass, I think, from Luis Enrique. Compact, shot the opportunity, allow 1v1s in wide areas, make sure you block off inside that penalty area. Quiet Harry Kane, quiet Bayern Munich.
I think they've proven that there's more than one way for this PSG team to dominate against the other best sides in European football. Yes, they like to play attacking football, and sometimes that they will employ that method and just, as you said, completely overwhelm teams and win 2-3, 4-0 as they did in the final against Inter Milan last season. Sometimes that works. But I think this game has proven that there is a bit more light and shade to their tactics. Yeah. And if they need to play defensively and just score a goal on the break...
Luis Diaz in behind, looking to cut the ball back. Again, Marquinhos blocks him down. Opportunity, Davies in possession of the ball. Nico Jackson trying to get the shot away. Doesn't get the shot away. Not enough power. Safanov, Adam's best friend. Great save.
Yeah, good save again from Safanov. And again, Bayern Munich just... They're close. They have had, they've had attacks.
All right,
plenty of them, but they haven't. No cutting edge.
Let's get into the comments because some people said Dembele, and we do have a jersey to give away from Alphonso Davies. It is signed. Bayern Munich are going out of this competition. They are 4 minutes away from being eliminated. PSG back-to-back finals. They won last year against Inter. in emphatic fashion. Bayern on the attack right here, trying to stay in the game, but PSG clearing their lines. So good. Mayulu getting back this time. They can't clear the lines enough, PSG. It's almost consistent that Bayern Munich are going forward, but they're not going anywhere. We do have a number of people who jumped in and said Dembele early on. We will find that comment and reach out to you and make sure you get this jersey. And, of course, Lucho Diaz, 1v1, going up against Zaire Emery. He goes on the right foot. He's trying to get space to get the strike away. He does have a shot at the top of the box. He doesn't. He tries to pass it through. It's blocked once again. I'm not sure who that was. That looked like it might have been Mayulu again. Buckets, your Bayern Munich side is going out here. How are you feeling?
Not great. Don't think you can be feeling great like this.
Buckets, they didn't do anything, did they?
No, your comparison to Atletico Madrid yesterday is spot on. I mean, they've been down in aggregate since the first whistle. They've been down by 2 in aggregate since the 3rd minute. And just, like they said, an egg. I mean, absolutely nothing for the majority of this game. A couple good chances, but flowers to PSG, and especially their defenders here, just absolutely shut them down. Correct score, PSG, pre-game to win 1-0, plus 3,500. 35 to 1 odds if you somehow predicted a low-scoring, one-sided affair like this. But just, man, I mean, I'm sad. I'm sad, guys. That's all I got for you right now.
Well, at least we won't have one-sided bets next time in the final because your mighty Bayern Munich are going out here. Buckets, great job in the first leg. Second leg, much more difficult to predict. We thank you so much for all your great work as well that you have done at the Golazo Network since you've been here and in this game. You got one more question?
Great job, Buckets. Good work. I was a question for you, actually, Ian, and we just saw it on the live feed there. PSG, all of the players on the substitutes bench standing up, running down the touchline, celebrating. And I think that speaks to what we were talking about earlier on. This is a squad. This is a team who are all pushing in the same direction, which is not what we've seen from PSG in their history before last season. It was all about the individuals. It wasn't about the team. It was all about who was getting paid the big money.
Absolutely.
And now you look and you see across this team and across this squad, players who aren't even getting in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
They were there on the touchline cheering.
I mean, it's fabulous team spirit, right? And I think that's what got them to the final last year. I think also recognising that if you're going to lose a player like Kylian Mbappe and replace him with Kvaratskhelia, you better have an impact. And my, oh my, did Kvara fit in well. Not only as a player, but also as a character, as a human being in that group. Luis Enrique needed someone to put the work in. Alphonso Davies with an effort, top of the box, finds Harry Kane. He gets the shot away. Goal! Goal! Harry Kane, goal! Both teams to score. Buckets. Harry Kane gets his goal, number 14
King
of the
Harry.
season. We have 1 minute left.
Come on,
Harry Kane
Bayern.
has just scored.
Come on, Bayern, you can do it.
Buckets, your thoughts? Both teams to score. Harry Kane gets his goal, 1-1. It's 6-5 on aggregate. Great goal. Davies with the assist. Harry Kane with the goal. Take it away.
Man, all those in the chat who are riding and bragging about their Dembele last goal scorer tickets, all of a sudden being real quiet here. I think it's a little too late here, but at least they didn't get clean sheeted. There's a little bit of pride that comes with that. 1 minute left for the miracle. I never lost faith. Let's see if they can make it happen.
And imagine if Harry Kane scores in both legs of the semi-final and goes out.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard to take.
14 goals now for Harry Kane when it comes to Champions League goals. He is one away from the record that Lewandowski holds for most goals scored by a Bayern Munich player in European competition. There is another player who has 15 goals, but I can't remember the name. It just keeps fading away from me. We have 20 seconds left of stoppage time. I'm sure there will be another 40 seconds added, and it looks like there's an opportunity for them to potentially have another minute in this game. Will the referee allow it? He's not been fair to Bayern Munich in this game, apparently, for handball. But Bayern are going to go forward. They're going to go out here. It's 6-5 to Paris Saint-Germain, 1-1 on the night. Harry Kane just made it level. On the left-hand side, it looks like Pavlovic picks up possession of the ball. Drops it back to Alphonso Davies. Ball's got to go forward. We're over the allotted 5 minutes. There will be additional time here. Remember, this is the stadium that Paris Saint-Germain won the Champions League in last year against Inter. Will they go through to another final again? PSG win a throw-in. Olise goes down. PSG win a throw-in in their half. This is going to be done.
I think that was the chance. I think they needed to keep that ball alive. We've got PSG players going down with cramp. I think that's Marquinhos. Come on, Bayern in the chat here. We've got we've got 2 players down with cramp there. I think we've got Marquinhos.
What would you do though? Wouldn't you just tell your players to get up? Because this game's almost done.
Get off.
I would just get up.
Get up. Even if you're hobbling around, just get it over and done with.
Great goal from Harry Kane. We're watching the replay of it here. Top corner. Safanov, who's been very good today for PSG. By the way, Safanov, one of the big reasons why PSG are going through, by the way. I'm going to give you your flowers.
I think he's not man of the match,
no,
but he's definitely in that conversation. He's been the top 3 or 4 players in this game.
Harry Kane not too happy. Luis Enrique screaming at the referee. He wants the game to be done. He's telling his players to get up here. Don't lie down. Get up. Time's going to be over here. Referee's looking at his watch. He's hesitating slightly here. Throw-in comes in. PSG in possession of the ball. They give it right back to Bayern Munich. Olise cuts the ball back to Pavlovic. He goes out wide to Leonard Carl. He goes out wide to Harry Kane. There's a runner in behind. Harry Kane's come back in on the left foot. It's blocked by... Is that Pacho again? Oh my God.
He's blowing the whistle.
Game over!
PSG versus Arsenal is your Champions League final.
Wow. Wow. Wow, Paris Saint-Germain.
game.
Wow, I didn't see that type of a performance. Applause to you. 1-1 on the night. Paris Saint-Germain go through 6-5 on aggregate. Joshua Kimmich screaming at the referee. That's for Scheisse. By the way, Bayern Munich were also Scheisse tonight. They weren't good enough today, Bayern Munich. Vincent Kompany unhappy. Luis Enrique is the man. Tactical genius in this game, celebrating with his fans. Adam Hunt, what a performance over 2 legs by Paris Saint-Germain. They scored 6 goals against Manuel Neuer.
And I think it needed a performance of that quality over the 2 legs to be able to get through to the final against a side like this. Because Bayern Munich brought absolutely everything they could to the first leg, managed to score 4 goals. They weren't as impressive in the second leg, but ultimately managed to get that goal late on through Kane. PSG had to be at the top of their game. And I think over the course of the last couple of seasons, this has been the hardest game over 2 legs that they've had to face in the Champions League.
As we bring John Bucketimer in for one last time, it is the first time ever in a Champions League final there will be a French club going up against an English club. Paris Saint-Germain make it, Buckets. Early thoughts on the final ahead?
Good luck to everyone involved. Congrats to PSG. Bayern Munich with the late goal to get Adams, Kane, second goal scorer. Not enough for Bayern Munich. Not good enough across the board. It should be a fun final, though.
Adam, final thoughts?
Great job. I really enjoyed it. That was our second watch-along. Great stuff from John Bucketimer with all of his bets. And I think it's going to be an unbelievable final. Arsenal against PSG.
Wow, thank you so much, everyone, for watching the Champions League watch-along here. Paris Saint-Germain taking care of business against Bayern Munich. Make sure you're watching the Champions Club next with Poppy Miller. Hey, Poppy, take it away, will you?